Arlyn is on the brink of upheaval. For centuries, the clan struggled against giants until 400 years ago, when dragons crossed the Great Sea, forcing them to unite and build the 10 Bastions. As the threat faded, the clans fractured into the 10 Kingdoms, and all but the last Bastion were abandoned. As ancient calamities stir and darkness rises in the east, my 4 champions must rise up to unite the kingdoms, restore the Bastions, uncover their secrets, and stand against this darkness as a declaration of war.
Calagon Dör. I will discover the secrets of my lineage and cement my legacy as one of the greatest adventurers of all time.
Cleave still in here. The migration of the dragons forced the migration of peoples and beasts, which brings death. We're all invasive species now. I won't let us become extinct ones.
The name's Rodrick Elwood, the voice of this generation, and the greatest performer in Allure. Oh, and you should see me with a bow.
And I, Arlyn Dursalai, searching for my father's sword Trident, to bring justice to these lands. Together, we are the 4 Horsemen.
And this is Divine Inspiration.
Hello and welcome back for yet another week, you beautiful people.
Yay!
So much happening. Clearly, today's going to be an exciting one, given the fact that I think I'm being pelted with dice throughout. First and foremost, we're always talking about all sorts of different things at the start of these episodes, but first I want to just thank you all for following along, and especially for those of you who have contributed to the stream, because there's some of you guys out there who have been so gracious and who have been so loving and who've poured out into us in so many different ways. So guys, thank you for continually supporting the stream. You guys are awesome.
Yeah!
Spars!
Spars forever.
Beyond that,
Get a Spars Forever tattoo.
wow.
And that's in the merch store.
I've been matching.
That's so great.
To the merch store. You want to be in the merch store, Spars?
We're gonna have some weird merch going on here soon.
We
Apparently.
need your consent.
Now, Manny will again be joining us soon, but not yet for this session, as we have still a few things to wrap up here, clearly. So, without further ado, I was slipping into the Irish. Without further ado. Without further ado. Gather around, get comfy cozy, and enjoy as we tell stories of legend by Divine Inspiration. Picking up with last week's story, where our party of unusual adventurers found themselves, after a night full of rest, or I should say rather a day, waking up in the middle of the night, found themselves with what you could call a new ally? An unusual orc man, or half-orc, appeared in the inn. After some strange happenings, some net throwing, an odd, apparent orcish face-off of some sort, the entire group was faced with a dilemma. As Osmanthus, the local rat humanoid shopkeep, came in an absolute frenzy looking for something weird, anything that they might have seen. As our adventurers looked about and kind of, we'll say, telepathically questioned each other, they decided they weren't going to say anything, despite having just seen something quite unusual, and after facing off with this half-orc, found him to be some type of ooze-type creature. An ooze who claims that Osmanthus the shopkeep had kept him underground, hidden away forcefully against his will as some sort of prisoner. Following through with this, they decided that they wanted to get word out and spoke with Rowan of the local guild, the Waking Dawn. Rowan, a man known for his voice, a man known for his presence, unfortunately didn't seem to be so on board, as the happenings within his bedroom didn't quite go as planned when their dear friend Rumgar, little orc child, decided that he was going to take a second swipe at Rowan to try to finish off what he had once started. To no avail, unfortunately. Rowan is still alive, and having now seen the true powers of the Four Horsemen, he got a first-hand look as the unusual new ally quickly became an enemy for a moment. Having tried holding back Rumgar, he seemed to start melting the poor boy, and slowly but surely beginning to kill him. Cleave spoke up in Rumgar's defense, and after Cleave and Arlyn were able to patch him up, they decided that they couldn't take it any longer and pushed their way towards Osmanthus' shop. After an unusual scuffle earlier in the night, having tried to take a few things in hopes of getting their steeds, including 4 saddles, which of course they did not get, as well as a few dragon fruits of some sort. Not quite the usual variety, but similar enough. They were able to make off with 4 dragon fruits and a bottle of smoke. And as they come back towards Osmanthus' shop, now with a new ally, the other guildmaster, a man known by the name of Vadid. Having pushed open the already broken door, Vadid now steps foot inside of Osmanthus' shop, and he looks around to each of the others as he motions them forward, stepping foot in and looking down this darkened pit in the center of the shop. Having pushed back this rug, you can tell that Osmanthus, who had previously rushed back in here in a panic, seems to have gone down this, as there are no other entrances in this room. But there is at least one trapdoor that leads who knows where. So as you all step in, Vadid looks to you all, and he says, "I suppose you are correct. Our friend Oz seems to be hiding something indeed. But I do not know what this means for us. Does it matter so much that a man keeps some secrets?"
Secrets are one thing, but this
People
is somebody's
are another.
life.
Yeah.
Also, is anybody allowed to have secrets that you don't know about?
And he just kind of looks for a moment. Of course. Why would you ask?
Those secrets could be maybe not so in your favor.
I go, whew.
This is unfortunately the nature of secrets to begin with.
Yes, but don't you want to have some kind of control in your town?
This is not my town. I simply work here.
Oh,
I think the
I
bigger
took you to be
problem-
someone of more importance. Forgive me.
I would think the bigger problem is just having a secret where you keep a person that being a person that you own and would buy and sell them. Could you imagine just meeting someone and deciding, oh, I'm just gonna buy that person for like, say, I don't know, like 2 gold? Can you imagine doing anything like that? Arlyn, can you imagine?
That sounds
That would
insane.
be barbaric.
Who would ever do that?
I don't know who in the right mind would ever own another
Wild.
human being.
Right,
Who would do
Arlyn?
that?
I don't
Shout
know
out
what
to
you're
Manny not
talking
being
about.
Perhaps rent, maybe.
He just kind of looks at you, shrugs his shoulders. He says, "I believe just earlier you specifically looked to our new friend here and said that he's now property of the Four Horsemen."
Who did someone?
Apparently, Rodrick said this to Flavius, or Flung now, as you now know him.
How many horsemen are we gonna have?
No, well, he's not one of the 4 horsemen. He's just property. I see the dilemma.
Whoa.
Listen, having known what it feels like, I just like to know what it feels like to be on the other side.
Oh my
Own
god.
someone for a change.
what?
We need to talk about this later. We need to talk about
Arlyn
this
kind
later.
of stumbles for a moment. Fair enough. We'll talk about it soon then. And he just kind of like faces away towards the door and starts closing the door, kind of pulling Flan in as he does so.
Kind of resisting a little bit. I'm just shaking like jello. Just he just looks very nervous to be like sliding into
You sure you
this
don't want
place.
to change back into something else? It's disgusting.
Vadid looks over at you all. Please do not. He kind of looks at Arlyn for a moment. This is not my place. I understand there's issue, and we are happy to help under certain circumstances, but Osmanthus is a good man and he has done a lot for us. We cannot just raid his inventory.
Well, how can you know a man that is secretive if he is good or not? What a man does in secret, does that not tell you how a man really is?
If it is a secret, I wouldn't know.
What are the things you do in secret?
Many.
Do they speak of your character?
I am certain they do, and I hope in a positive light.
Now, while we're here, do you perhaps think that maybe we could take some of these saddles?
Pay for some of these saddles.
Yes, pay for them.
Arlyn definitely speaks up. Just, we will pay for them soon.
Okay.
Oh, so then ought we to... We're here looking for Oz, are we not?
No, we're just showing him where he
where we
came
found
from,
him.
and he's been trapped. Were you the only one down there?
I was the only one in that crate.
Do you know of any other places, maybe, or did you talk about having other things hidden?
I could hear things. I don't know if they were alive or not, but he has a lot of things down there. He's been stockpiling for a long time.
Oh, sounds like we should go and take a look. What do you think?
Rumgar pushes through the door, and he just appears in the doorway as Vadid just kind of looks down. He says, I think that it is no place of mine. He keeps unusual creatures. This is no secret, unfortunately. He looks over at Flan. I have faced many unusual creatures, some smarter than others. It is not my wish that any creature be taken advantage of, but I know some to be much more dangerous than others. These are simple truths of life. Oz has helped us to maintain this truth, and maintain those creatures.
So you're saying you're okay with just putting him back down there?
I do not know this one, but from what you have just told me about what happened to the little one, he just kind of looks over. This is unfortunately not my place. And he starts like pushing past you all.
Well, let's see if there is one thing that is your place. Can I see the grate, or is it outside?
You can see it, yeah. So if you look down over the map here, it is front and center, right in front of that like shop window that he's got that goes out into the street. So typically it's like right behind where he's sitting, so that he has quick access at all times.
Oh, you're saying over here on this side?
Yeah.
That's
So
the
the
window.
little
Oh, it's that brick
see.
thing. Okay.
yeah. It's the
So-
hole here.
I want to walk over to that and lean in and just yell. Is there anyone down there that can understand what I'm saying? Speak back to me.
I don't hear anything.
It appears he only had one slave. Unless the other ones are unable to talk, and that's worse.
I'm still curious. What if we get his permission? If he has nothing to hide, he'd be okay with showing all of us.
Then I suppose I would join you. This is up to you.
What do you think, Rodrick?
I think that's a great thing. I think we all, as people staying in this town, have a right to know what's within our very midst. What if he's killing people? From the town, the townsfolk. You seem to not care. You've been hired as a protection for this town.
What if I were the next one in the grid?
He kind of looks around. We do not have many people in this village. We would start noticing if people went missing.
Yes, but what about those of non-importance?
Visitors?
We have very few of those as well, and we keep a very close eye.
We could sit here and make these allegations up and point fingers, but we won't know until we go down there. And I don't think Vadid wants to go down without permission. If we don't get permission, that is more suspicion. So, Flan, maybe you should hide. Just not to be seen by him. We can try to find him, get his attention, and see how he likes being investigated.
I think that's a good plan. Does anybody have an idea of where Osmanthus could possibly be?
Vadid just kind of pushing his foot against the door now to open it without his hands. Just kind of turns around to you all. I will hear no more of this plan, but do what you must. But understand this. Oz is a friend of the guild. He has been for some time. He's been very good to us. And I should also note that we are here not under my grace, but under the grace of another. Should anything happen to him, we will all answer for it. And most notably, if I were to act against him, my guild would be under scrutiny.
Scrutiny of who?
Of the governance. There is a mayor after all. And he kind of kicks the door open and starts walking off.
How have we not met the mayor?
Maybe we should have brought this to the mayor.
Yeah, why'd we even... I thought that the guild had control of this town. So clearly I'm mistaken. But if there's a government here that can be dismantled, why not us dismantle it?
Vadid, they're all gone right now? Okay. I'm going to open my robe and Barry's going to fly out. Hey, bud, do you think you can maybe go down there and take a look around, see what's there? Stay safe, though.
Wow, I love it. Okay.
So now we can say we never went down.
There you go. I was gonna say, yeah, that's perfect. So, you send Barry off. Go ahead and make an investigation check for me while he's down there.
Nat
He's
20.
been killing on nat 20s lately.
Nat 20.
With 2, so 22. Tell me everything.
Incredible. Okay. It takes a while as you guys are just kind of waiting up there for him, and Barry seems to have vanished for a time.
Sorry.
Obviously, he's not the most descriptive creature in his happenings, but he vanishes and comes back to notify you of a few different things by image. And you can see where he seems to have been poking around in certain areas and with certain creatures. There seem to be different unusual to Barry creatures that he seemed fairly aggressive against for a moment, but chose not to instigate just yet, because he's not been given any other commands, nor has anything attacked him yet. But what you see is a small room with unusual little trinkets around briefly, just in a quick glimpse, and
He knock over.
You see as Barry
bottle?
starts kind of
Is that the
shuffling
smoke?
around, he opens one little grate, this latch on the wall, to try to get through and investigate further, and seems to be stopped off by what looks at first like a just kind of like a wall of water. And as he's watching it, he starts backing away. You can see, like, through the memory of Barry for a moment, that whatever it is starts creeping towards him and eventually just plops out of this little vent space. As he continues to explore, there were 4 other small, unusual creatures that you can tell emotionally Barry didn't know how to feel. You know them as turtles.
Okay.
He also
That's
was
a tortoise.
able to start pulling up different cloths and things, revealing a small trove of trinkets and gold even, hidden away on one of the tables.
Okay. Guys, Barry saw turtles? There's turtles down there. Gold and a weird water-ish wall thing that there's something plopped out of it. It's not a lot of information, but he
Seems to be
doesn't-
enough for us to go investigate ourselves. Can we fit down that hatch?
To be honest, I was thinking the opposite. I don't think there was much
It's a wall of liquid.
water.
It's magic.
Water?
Water? Liquid? What?
Well,
Is
there's
that not
magic
magical?
all over?
What?
There's magic all over.
Yes, but that could be a type of magic that maybe could bring destruction to the town. And it's up to us to save it. Clearly, those in charge of the town security, is Vadid still here?
Is
Boy.
Is Vadid still here?
Vadid? No, he's gone.
No, they're gone. I wouldn't have pulled Barry out if they were.
Clearly, their security is not up to par.
I don't know. I feel like we're getting a little distracted from our original
Well, if
plans.
you wanted to find Oz, when you look like an orc, which is the whole time we've known you, is that's an illusion that if we're aware of, we can see through? Is that right?
Yes, just disguise self.
Okay. So then you should be able to see the blob that is his regular body. Do you think you can do your own illusion of his body, just like on a rooftop? It would act as a beacon for Oz. He would come towards it.
Just wouldn't quite be as large as him.
Wouldn't it? How large is this guy over here?
I mean, I'm sitting about like in like a humanoid shape right now. I'm not full blob.
Okay.
So around like 5'8", somewhere in
It's
there.
only about 8 inches off. I can
lengthen and
Haven't you
shorten a bit.
disguised yourself as bigger things, though?
Well, it's not. I'm not going to disguise myself. I would not. Because what if Oz tries to kill me?
No, this is
No,
not,
but what
this is
I can-
not Calagon asking.
He's
This
just
is me
saying-
asking.
he's-
Haven't you just like when we were at the castle and stuff? Like, didn't you become? You can.
Yes, but it's different. I can create an illusion, but it's limited in size. That's the
Okay.
only issue I run into. But
Gotcha.
it's not much smaller than he is, now that I think of it. And you said that you can become shorter.
And I'll squish down and just turn into just a ball of jelly.
Well, that works. That works. I can make that.
Okay. So what's the plan?
Maybe a neighboring rooftop. He just puts the bowl of jelly, excuse me, so to speak. You just put it up there somewhere he can see it easily from the street.
But
So he comes. Well, we were trying to get him, right? Get him back over here.
are we?
Yeah, so we can get permission to go down, and so we can confront him. That was the whole thing. We wanted to come arrest him, right?
Well, I was thinking we'd get permission with Vadid to, like, you know, kind of put him on the spot and say, hey.
Oh yeah, I did want Vadid with us.
But I don't think he's
I
going
didn't
to
want
let
to
us
cost
go
him
down.
ourselves.
I don't think he's going to give us permission to go down there. He's probably going to be mad we're standing in his home.
Well,
Can I
I
take a
wanted to,
look outside?
arrest him for kidnapping.
To make a citizen's arrest.
Rumgar walks
I
with you,
understand.
holding his little spiked paddle the whole way.
Yeah, I just want to step outside and take a look around. Is there anybody in the immediate area still? Vidid or...
No, it's dark out. There are a few like torches pressed into like sconces along the wall that each kind of light the general outskirts primarily of the guild hall, but a few here and there primarily around the guild hall, the inn, and just lighting the pathways.
Now, he wouldn't listen to us, but perhaps he would listen to Vidid or Iman, correct?
Yes, but they're gone. They didn't want to stick around.
They're gone, but their likeness doesn't have to be.
I see it. Smart.
Do you feel confident enough to take the shape of Vidid?
I can do it.
Okay, but when you were an orc, you weren't necessarily acting like one. You were acting like a blob disguised as an orc. So perhaps, do you think you can maybe... We don't have time for me to give you lessons in acting. Do you find yourself up to the task?
I can try.
Try is not enough.
Just make sure you do most of the talking, Rodrick.
You can't take things.
It's not even his accent. Work on the accent. Dude, everybody in this town with the accents. I can't.
I don't want to go down there. That's bad.
I don't want to go down. Come on.
I want to do...
It's no use, Rodrick. You have to do the talking. Maybe you want... Maybe just... Maybe it's a little too...
I don't want that.
Okay.
I don't want...
Republican credits are no good here.
I guess it's up to me again. This doesn't seem promising at all. Unless I can talk and he can... Listen, I can be Vidid. And he can be Iman.
Can we just capture him and then make him apologize?
Yes. But perhaps we can avoid getting into a skirmish with the Waking Dawn.
Oh no, sorry. I meant to make the Waking Dawn do it. We don't have to do all the work all the time.
Yeah, but... You know...
I do what Oz is supposed to do. I capture animals. I'm not supposed to just capture people out here. That's new territory for me.
Well, it's fine. You can give him a little taste of his own medicine. He's captured people. It's the greater good.
I'm not saying I won't try. I got my net. Very happy about that. But it didn't go well the last time I tried. And I would just like an authority figure around here.
Okay. Authority.
I'm going to start looking around.
Have you seen him on?
Just going to walk around his area.
I don't know who that is.
Okay, so you've seen Vidid. So you can be Vidid. I guess I can be Iman. And I will talk as Iman, and Vidid, you just be quiet and just stand there. Yes, Cleave.
Isn't Vidid just looking for Oz like right around the corner? He could walk right back in while you're pretending to be him.
Is that what he went to do? Look for Oz.
No? Wait, is he just out? He's not doing this?
Vidid's out.
Yeah, he's out.
What did we get him for?
I don't.
You're right. The security in this town is awful.
Listen, I said it to his face.
Absolutely right.
I had no issue saying it to his face. I thought you were somebody of more importance.
He didn't
Before
even
we met
want
you.
to
We just
try
met him today.
To investigate whether or not there's
No,
a
he doesn't
kidnapper.
care. The security is atrocious in this town.
We have to replace their entire
The town was on
Alright, guys.
fire yesterday. Do you know? It was on fire, and we were talking to the guard, and he didn't even notice.
We've got to get them all working for us, just like we got the other ones.
Yes. So that's why I said if there's a government to topple, maybe
Yeah, no, you're right.
somebody.
We've got to stop toppling governments for it's for their good.
It's for their good. We care about the people.
So
more
are
than
we
they
no
do.
longer going to find this guy and try to save him? Is this not doing that plan? We're going to start overthrowing the government here? Is that the new?
No. We can come back and overthrow the government, but we need the saddles. So let's be Iman and Vidid. I'm sure they have some kind of a contract up with Oz. I can probably convince him to give it to us at a lower price. There it is. That's what we should have done a long time ago. So we'll do all the things together. Gosh. Maybe, perhaps, I can say, in exchange for not going and looking through your dungeon, seeing if you, have any
friends,
slaves.
Though. They're friends, remember.
Wait, so
that's why he left in the first place.
Are we no longer doing the thing where we put Oz and his kidnappee in the same room and then sort of hash it out, find out who is the...
Well, at this point, it seems like we don't trust Oz at all, and we're just giving all faith towards
we can
Flan.
definitely let them hash it out. I don't mind that. There's no way he loses. He's a blob. Can't catch him. Don't know how he caught him the first time.
I don't know how he caught him the first time either. How did he catch you the first time?
He used something down there.
Oh, that's a problem.
Like a creature down there?
I don't know. It was moving, but I'm not sure what it was.
I wonder if it's the thing Barry saw that he wasn't sure what it was either.
Oh, the liquid wall.
You know what, Rodrick? Why don't you just go down there real quick and take a look?
Do I fit inside the hatch?
We'll keep a lookout.
You say you look inside the hatch?
Do I fit inside?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay, I'll go in. Why not?
Okay, we'll keep a lookout up here.
Okay. Rodrick
After all of that.
vanishes downstairs. Incredible. You crawl your way down and onto a bed. There's a little ladder that kind of follows down about 30 feet, and it falls down right in front of this bed where you can just kind of hop out, step onto. Pretty solid. And stepping down from the bed, you get to take a look around, and you see just an assortment of unusual trinkets kind of thrown about, but primarily just like clothing and random scrap, other than some really unusual looking mask clearly fitted to the face of a small rodent-like humanoid.
Upstairs, I'm just gonna let everybody else know. I'm our team's creature wrangler. I've got to back him up. I can't let him go down there by himself.
Okay.
I'm gonna run down and join him too.
I'll keep a lookout.
But yeah, before I go, I'm just gonna like hand on your shoulder, just like, yes, keep your eyes open. And I glance in Flan's direction.
Gotcha.
Rumgar nods.
I'm gonna stare at Flan.
Starts literally like placing his little like paddle spikes into you as it's like slowly seeping in. He just kind of pulls it out. Cleave, you get down there. Same sight. Rodrick's there. There's this steel grated door that you both see. Between two of these beds, there seems to be just this absolute mess of things. You can tell right off the bat that one of the beds, the one that you both stood on a moment ago, seems to be the only one with regular use.
We both just stood on, you said? Is that like
yeah,
where you
so
land
the
off
ladder
of
is literally down
okay.
to one of the beds.
Wow. I get down there, I do that, like glance around, and then I just immediately ignore all the surroundings, and I just like beeline to Rodrick. Rodrick.
Yes.
I know we're moving in the direction of sort of adopting this Flan character, but
We are not adopting Flan.
well, good. Then we're on the same page. I don't know what to believe, but I know that Oz's reaction to losing him was frantic. Now it could be that he's absolutely that he's absolutely right. Everything he says is true. That this creature is a creature of immense danger to all of us, and he's just up there with two of our friends, and we don't know what'll happen. In that case, just in case, I just would implore you not to expend too much of your energy on just on trying to get the upper hand on Oz, who may be actually our ally, our best bet against something like this. Then on the other hand, there's a chance that Oz is lying, like we're thinking, and then he's... well, then he'd be frantic because he didn't want anybody to find out what he's doing. I don't know what to believe yet, but I don't want to just jump to one conclusion, put all our eggs in one basket, and then find ourselves... I don't eggless.
Well, why are we helping him in the first place?
I never meant to help him exclusively. I wanted to get them both in one room and conduct some sort of investigation, get down to the truth of it. Whichever one we find to be in the wrong, we could team up with the other one against him.
So, should we not just, I guess, tell Oz that we found him and we chased him into his home and he went down into the corridor, whatever this bedroom is, and then he comes here to check, and then we say, "Ha, got you."
We could, but that might arm him with the thing that he has that'll help him defeat.
Then what room do we
Flan.
have that we can put them together?
Just upstairs. I said we get him in, just close the door as soon as he gets in.
Yeah, but then Oz is fighting on his playing field. Maybe I have an idea. What if we go to that inn? The inn we stayed at. Doesn't matter if it gets destroyed.
That's good. That could be good. But then now we're playing on the other playing fields. What happens if we do need whatever's down there, and now we're far away?
Well, we know how to tame him.
Do we?
Yes.
How? I couldn't get him with a net.
Well, you just ask him to stop.
Unbeatable.
Clearly he's shy. Social anxiety. Wonders when...
I don't know anything about. That's not my area of expertise. I trust you, but I just wanted to make sure we were on the same page because we hadn't had our own secret meeting yet.
Let's see what Calagon thinks. I don't know. But I am with you. I feel like we're spending a lot of time on this and could be using our, abilities for better things.
I will back you down here, though. I don't know what's going to be down here, and I'll try to see if I could help figure anything out.
Can I look at the liquid wall?
At the what?
The water wall?
So, doing your best to try to kind of follow with what you had been told previously, you understand that was past this doorway into the next room. But you can absolutely go into the next room. Joel, are you going to follow him in?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Alrighty. Nice. Well then. Immediately seeing each of the things as noted previously, you walk on over and see what appears to be a small ooze of some sort. This tiny little blue slimy creature that otherwise indistinguishable from water if within water, but as it stands here, you can see that it's just slowly moving its way over towards this turtle. You can see that as you look down, each of them seems to be going directly one for the other. This turtle with a blue stripe along its shell, just walking over towards it. You can see that as it gets closer and closer, the turtle starts opening its mouth as though to start biting at this creature.
Can I touch the ooze?
Yeah, absolutely. You reach a hand out and go to kind of... Are you just going to, like, poke it?
Yeah, just to see if it's alive.
Cool. Yeah, easy enough. Does a 12 hit?
No.
Nice. As you reach your hand out, you see that it starts to expand for a brief moment, and as it contracts, a portion of it just shoots out towards you. And as you pull your hand back, you can see that it seems to have just kind of stopped moving altogether.
I can see how he can capture Flavius. Can't you, Cleave?
You watch as it slowly rolls onto the turtle, encompassing the entire space of the creature, and just sits around the turtle.
Does it seem to be hurting the turtle?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hang on. Does this thing just eat all these turtles?
As the turtle's just
Do they get
starting
fed to
to
it?
like bite at it, you can see that it's just slowly losing speed.
Does
Break it. I'll break it. I want to try to like pull the two apart.
Whoa, Paul.
Roll a sleight of hand check for me to determine your speed.
Really quick, does the turtle look like its skin is warting and stuff similar to Rumgar's?
Yes, it does.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay. Given the fact that you haven't done anything while Rodrick has, I will allow the pretty much immediate reaction on your part, having followed him in closely, as you start to see the shell and skin of this turtle start to wilt away, and immediately just kind of grabbing at it with one hand and pulling back with the other, you're able to just pull this turtle out from this unusual creature's grasp, if you will. But the thing doesn't seem too pleased, and it's going to go ahead and take a swing at you as well. The 24 to hit.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Just barely.
Just barely, yeah, for sure. That's going to be 5 bludgeoning damage and 2 poison damage. Or I'm sorry, 2 acid damage.
It's all just on my hand.
It's just like it grabs up at your arm and just starts burning away, and as you start pulling back, it just starts singeing.
Yeah, I pull off and I just start like getting all the ooze off me, and I back up several paces.
Okay.
That was bad. That was bad. My whole arm is just like shriveling.
You didn't see what it almost did to me, Cleave. And you decided to try to pull the two
I
apart.
was killing the turtle. I don't know if the turtles are meant to be its food or if it's just down here killing these things. I don't know what that thing is.
Perhaps Flavius is a part of this creature. Maybe he just broke away. They
This
seem
is
to
the
work.
interactions that he sees when they're down here. Maybe he understands that as the reason it's.
Let's ask
he's
him
dangerous.
about. Let's ask him about the creature now that we've seen it in person. You care to go back up?
Is there? Yeah. Is there any kind of I don't know what I would be looking for. Is there any kind of evidence that this thing's just been eating turtles down here? Is it just like mad like?
Nothing that you can see, no. You can see the very clear grate that it came from that Calagon had described previously. There's this grate along the wall here that it was able to plop out and onto that table from.
It was in a grate? That seems like it wouldn't hold it at all, right?
It was in it's on the wall. It's like a port. So there's a circular port on the wall with lined grates, and it was able to just come out of that grate. So it's kind of like it's very thin, like you can barely even see through the grate itself. It's less like a large sewer grate and more like a shielding for glass. So it's like a barred obstruction, almost like the windows in Puerto Rico if multiplied by 20.
Okay.
So specific.
Like an AC unit? How it's just like a bunch of little.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
But this port is opened. This is something that Barry had actually clawed open previously as part of his investigation.
Oh.
So this whole port, sizable, is actually peeled outward.
Did I understand that, Demetri? Do I know that?
Yeah, and
I
you can
understand
see
that
it.
Barry opened this?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, man.
And you can see it open over here. And that's where this ooze came from.
Oh, man. I think we've got to put that thing back. There might be a lot more in there.
I think we need to get out of here, Cleave.
All right. Let me get all the turtles. I want to run around the room and just grabbing turtles. Is that the only other creature in here?
That you can see, yeah.
All right. I start grabbing all the turtles, and as we start walking upstairs, I'm just like, I think I'm starting to be on the same page as Oz here. I'm kind of scared for what we just left back there.
Yes. That thing cannot be let out free. But perhaps we need to ask Flavius some questions about his origins. Because if a portion of that creature became sentient and then It's a lot of turtles, Cleave. and then decided
Like a stack of turtles.
and then decided to break off. That kid caused trouble for this town. All right, well, guess the right thing to do is, like you said, let's get Oz and him in a room together, have them hash it out. May the best man win.
Make a perception check for me, you two.
I'm nodding as I like drop all the turtles onto the bed and then just like wrap them in a blanket and put them in a sack, Santa style. Make a perception check.
That's right.
Cleave?
Cleave and Rodrick.
Pretty good. Also a dirty 20.
I rolled a 1.
Well,
So 4.
Incredible. Cleave, as you guys are talking, you hear this
Stupid thing. Come on, we can't have that many.
echoing throughout the chamber, very lightly, coming from where you guys had just come from.
I was about to say, I look down at the turtles. I'm like, you don't complain about it now. I'm trying to get you out of there. About how many there are in the blanket. Oh no, wait, that wasn't you.
Does it...
Oh, you're asking out of character stuff?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Did it sound like Oz?
It did.
You heard a voice
Yeah, I think I heard Oz back there.
inside where we just came from.
Does he live in the grates too?
Maybe that's why we can't find him outside. What if we log him in there?
Why? How many of what? They can't have that many. Is he upset at how many turtles I took?
Well, he's probably doing something else in there. I'm not sure. Maybe he didn't realize the turtles.
Why don't we just go sneak up to the doorway and take a peek?
Let's just... goodness.
Should I take the turtles up first? Is that what you're thinking?
I'll look. I start walking towards the doorway, and as I'm walking, you see me morph into Iman.
Very nice. Okay. So, stepping out into this area, before you actually even open the door, you can immediately take note of the sound of running water beyond it. As you open, it seems to be an enclosed space. There are just brick walls lining the four corners, the four walls here. But you can see a small space in which this water is able to run through. At least, that's how it appears. You can't necessarily tell how deep the water itself is. But you can tell that it's unusually green.
Unusually green.
When did I come to realize?
Okay.
As you were seeing it roughly, but like it's taking time.
Do I see anything across the water that catches my eye?
Make a perception check.
I'm gonna come down with
Bro.
Flan.
Five?
Flan or Flan?
You're coming
I
down
don't
with
remember.
Flung, you said?
I'm like the worst person to put in this situation.
Dude, you're usually the best roller of us. Well, you have no choice.
I'm for sure resisting arrest.
Uh-oh.
Wait, did something happen upstairs that I didn't?
Calagon is looking to bring Flung down with him to the sewers with you all.
Well, hang on, I was gonna climb up the thing first, real fast. I was gonna get up and just have my injured arm side kind of like holding with my neck the sack of turtles while trying to climb up the ladder with just my right arm. And just like,
Unusual.
Calagon, yeah, take
Okay.
this. They're in grave danger.
Before you're able to even get to the ladder, we're gonna jump back up top. Being that you guys are already doing full investigation and everything downstairs, so Calagon, Flung, what you got?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I think I need to go down and check something out. with them, but I can't leave you here alone. Do you mind hopping down real quick with me and Rumgar?
Well, I won't be alone if Rumgar stays.
Listen, Rumgar's a child, and we're still not sure who or what you are.
Arlyn is still there, by the way. Arlyn is still there, by the way.
Arlyn is definitely still in pain currently, and he just nods. I'll take guard.
You'll watch him.
Yeah, I'll stay with him.
I'll watch, as in I'll stay lookout.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's best to keep him with only one of us.
You don't seem in the condition to take care of something of that nature, so let's just run down there real quick. I just need to check something out. I noticed something.
I can't go down there.
Why?
That's where he kept me.
Just change into somebody and come down there with me.
No, I won't go down there. I'm gonna start backing up towards the door.
Listen, we can't let you go till we figure out what's going on here. I'm not trying to trap you. I just came to a little bit of a... I think I might have noticed something. And maybe you can answer some questions for me. What would make you feel comfortable enough to go down there with me?
If Oz was dead.
I can't obviously do that. What if we have Arlyn and Rumgar keep guard and notify us if he comes close?
I can just wait out there. I'm good at hiding. I won't go far.
I don't feel comfortable with that.
I can't go down there.
You should probably listen. It's better that you have some allies than none at all.
What if you have my word that I will get you out safely if he shows up?
Oz gave me his word, and he kept me.
Do I look like Oz? Do any of us look like Oz? We're here for you.
No, nobody actually looks anything like anybody else here, actually.
You're losing more of my trust by not coming with me.
I can't go. I'm going to take another step out towards the doorway.
You watch as, mouthing from behind him, you see Rumgar. With his paddle ready.
No, Rumgar. No. Can you at least... Can you at least just tell me what that is? And I point at the bottom of the... Down in the grate.
Down in the grate, you said?
Down into the... Yeah.
Okay.
He's about to get real.
He's gonna... Flan kind of extends his body to make it really narrow and straighten up and try to look from where he's at.
The mask that's on the bed.
I don't imagine.
You can't make out anything,
Can't see
from
anything?
here.
Can you see it?
Some dark green at the base. Looks like from here.
You said a mask?
You can't see
And
it
I'll
down
start
there?
taking little steps, like a couple steps closer with the elongated body, trying to look. Just
I guess, yeah, I can't see it. There's a mask on that bed down there. Do you know what that's for?
it's a mask. No. I don't.
Go ahead, sorry.
I don't. I've never seen Oz wear a mask. I don't see him very often, though. We can just leave. And I'm gonna point at. Are there saddles still around that he just left up in the shop?
There are.
And I'm just gonna take out my 4 copper and put them on the counter. Because we can go. We can
Not
go
leaving
to
my friends. I'm not leaving the rest of the guys.
Well,
Just
tell
follow
them
me
to
down
come
here.
back.
for a minute if you want an ally.
This one's ends.
Arlyn has since locked eyes with you, Calagon, as he just kind of...
Do it before I do it.
I'm gonna take a few steps closer and kind of try to take a look at the mask.
He seems to be like holding off for a moment as Rumgar seems to be pushing in closer, everybody kind of tightening around him. But he just kind of looks off as though to play coy for a moment, and you see that Arlyn is just kind of watching you, just waiting to see what happens.
Okay. I'm going to get behind him. And I am going to try to use breath weapon to push him down to into the grate.
I mean, I know
That's
it's
a method.
called force damage,
I can't touch him.
but I don't.
It's
I don't
force
know, man.
damage.
I just don't know.
No one knows. We're about to figure it out. So you need to make a dexterity saving throw of 12 or higher.
Go ahead and make that
hold
at
up.
disadvantage as Arlyn goes
hold
and
up.
grabs at your feet.
Can we know? Can we know first? Does force damage force
gonna be
people,
a
or
14.
is it just damage?
About to find
Is it
out.
more force
You
than
said
damage, or more
at
damage than force?
14 at disadvantage.
14 at disadvantage. Sheesh.
I rolled a 20 and an 11.
You can... You're met with an unusual glimpse into the true nature of his being as you... And you just see ripples everywhere, and it just... And stops back up. And to the best of your ability, you can see what you can guess is him turning around to face you now.
Well, he still takes half the damage of a d10, which is 2. So...
2 force damage?
You're saying half is 2 or half?
Well, I
of
rolled a
half is
4,
2?
so
Okay,
half would be
gotcha,
2, yeah.
gotcha.
Okay.
Force damage.
You know what?
Get down there.
Oh, okay, you used words.
Oh,
Otherwise, Rumgar was definitely about to swing on him.
I mean, Rumgar's a wild
man,
character. He can do
man.
whatever he
Man.
wants.
He's just trying to be good.
You see him just start vibrating. Just. And
I love it every time.
and you start to hear, stop, don't. And he's gonna cast Dissonant Whispers.
Gonna cast what?
Back at him. In your mind, you just hear his voice start whispering like, "Stop! Don't know!" And you have to make a Wisdom save. And then out loud, he just shouts, "Why? You said I could trust you!"
He did break trust. I'm not gonna lie.
That would be a 4 on the wisdom save.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
I said you can earn my trust.
That will be 12 points of psychic damage.
Is there any way I can shield that?
If you can, you can. If not,
Well, it doesn't matter.
It's
No, it
just
doesn't.
armor
Yeah, it
class,
doesn't matter.
yeah.
Yep. Nope. Hold on.
Hey, you have shield? I
Last
always forget
thing.
that's the first level. That's crazy.
That was 3d6. I rolled a 5, a 5, and a 2.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that'll do it.
yikes.
Yep. Nope. Gone.
Cleave.
3d6.
As you start making
I'm
your way
downed.
up with your pouch of turtles, you call toward your friend, and immediately you see his head poke out. Leaned unconscious over the edge of the grate above you.
Somebody's got to
And
help
you
me. Look at
just
the state of my
hear-
arm. Ah!
Die! As Arlyn seems to start charging you. Go ahead and roll initiative for me, everybody.
At this point.
My goonies. Damn.
I'm down, so no initiative for me.
Go ahead and play Arlyn for me for the time being. Make my life easier.
Okay.
You can do that. We can just pull each other's characters.
That's right, you can.
Oh my gosh. Okay, all right. That's 1 point for D&D Beyond. I was about to go to paper and pencil soon, but that's pretty useful.
11 for Arlyn.
Nice. Okay.
Guys, it turns
All
out
right.
I'm
Even
the
though
big bad
he's-
of this town.
Oh, never mind.
You, unfortunately, from my perspective, now have to be. I didn't see him break your trust. I just see unconscious body. I'm so sorry for what's about to happen.
Sorry, Flavius.
Actually, I used all my spell
It's
slots.
been
Knocked me out
good
of
knowing
prison.
you.
Guys, God.
We'll see, dude.
Let me
He
see
killed me in one
here.
hit.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
we'll
You said
see.
it was 11 for Arlyn?
Arlyn, yeah, 11.
Okay.
19 for Rodrick. Is Rodrick in initiative? He's in a completely different room.
I'll put him in initiative just because Cleave definitely heard it and you're involved, you're close enough. Plus, Arlyn did just shout. So,
I don't know how the heck to play Arlyn, though.
Oh my gosh.
good luck. Enjoy being DM. It's always
I
exciting.
didn't sign up for that.
Cleave?
I have a 12.
12, okay.
Initiative.
And Flung,
Excuse me. It's
14.
an 11. Sorry.
14.
Wait a minute. If he's had this the whole time, Manny, why are you not here?
It might be something that
That
he
he can't
doesn't
use
have
yet,
or something,
yeah.
Might be
Divine
a-
Sense? Hasn't he already used that?
I don't know, honestly.
As an action, you can detect good and evil? Probably would have
Wait.
done that a long time ago with this guy.
Is it that you can cast Detect Good and Evil? Because that usually doesn't have anything to do with actual goodness and evilness, which I
As an
hate.
action, you can detect good and evil until the end of your next turn. You can sense anything affected by the hollow spell or know the location of any celestial fiend undead within 60 feet
Yeah.
that is not behind total cover. You can
Does
use
still
this.
sound pretty darn useful.
But it doesn't actually detect good and evil, which is kind of like...
It's just
It doesn't.
Yeah,
it's
detecting the presence
it's
of
not
celestials,
detect
fiends,
intention.
undead.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's detect like the
These specific
type of
beings
being.
that are kind of associated with good and evil.
Okay, we still don't know anything about this guy.
It's true.
So I think it would still give us some useful
I
information.
guess we're
But
about
anyway.
to see what his insides look
Let's
like,
see.
though. So
Yikes.
I think it's the same as
First
the
and
outsides.
foremost, Michael does a 9 hit.
No.
Nice.
We're all done.
Rumgar, having been holding on to his excitement, takes for a swing immediately.
Wicked.
Unfortunately, not quite doing as he had hoped. Missing entirely, with your unusual form still rippling about from the previous blast, and your movement just kind of quickly scurrying outward from your presumed new almost captor. With that, Rodrick, you're up first, down below within the sewer, but obviously Cleave is definitely in your way, climbing the ladder currently.
okay. So.
You just hear a
Guys.
shout, and you can clearly tell that something's going on upstairs. But
Okay.
you are
I
all the way about.
Well, if something's going on, then I would go ahead and run the opposite direction. I would run towards Cleave.
Okay. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. So yeah, Cleave's already like moving up that ladder with his turtles.
Okay. I only have 30 walking speed, so can I even do anything?
You can just dash to get to him and get on the ladder with him right behind.
Okay. Then I guess I'll go ahead and do that.
So, unless you want to, yeah, just like stay below, but up to you, obviously.
I'll get on the. Well, no, I'll stay down below just in case anything comes from below.
Cool. All right, noted.
So I'm there, just not on the ladder.
Alrighty. Back up top. That is an interesting one. But Flung, yeah, you're up next.
I look down at the unconscious body before me, and I don't really have a face, so you just see me kind of jiggle a little bit. And
Just kind of falls over here.
and then it just no, and I try to book it away. This window, is it open? The like
window to
service
the left.
window?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm just trying to book it out that way, away from Arlyn.
Nice. There's a bit of a climb to it, but it's certainly not the worst. So just to get outside would be 30 feet.
Do I get an opportunity attack?
Yeah,
You sleepy time. Oh, you are Arlyn.
As Arlyn, yes, you would.
Yeah,
As would Rumgar.
and I'm fully dashing my way out of there.
Does Arlyn have
Incredible.
Sentinel, hopefully?
Probably
Does
not.
Arlyn have...
I don't think he can have feats at this
I have
level.
no idea.
Not at this stage.
18. Does 18 hit?
Does an 18 hit? Does a 17 hit?
Yes.
Incredible. All right, go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll absolutely
What am I
roll.
using, though?
This might be it, guys.
I've never seen... Why
Two
does it
hits?
have two?
At such low level.
Should I roll both of them?
It's going to be 3 slashing damage coming at you from Rumgar.
Oof. All right.
Okay, does one hand get one attack? Does two hand, or does two hand get one attack? Does one hand get two attacks? Because his bonus action is 2-weapon fighting, so I get 2.
Oh, so if he's got 2 weapons on him, then what he's gonna do is one's with the smaller die here, and one's with whatever his other one is. He had 2 weapons.
I guess
Yeah,
so.
he's got to. I was going to say, he's the armored weapon guy. You can. It just has always a combat action ready for an unarmed strike if you want to take an unarmed strike. That's all it is.
You should have played his character. What is why does it have 2 here?
I don't think he has a second weapon.
What does that mean?
Oh, you can choose to use it one-handed or two-handed if he doesn't have his shield out.
Okay, I don't know if he does, but I guess he's not right now. So let's do it. And then, of course, 4.
Are there any
With the
pluses?
long sword.
Any modifiers to it? Any bonuses there?
Yeah, that's with it. Yeah.
Oh, that's with it?
Yep,
Dang.
that's with
Alright,
it.
so that's
Yep.
4 more.
But I do get 2-weapon fighting, so does that mean I get 2 attacks? Or?
It would just be the 1 attack, unless... Oh, you said 2-weapon fighting.
But he attacked with the. Sorry, I'm sorry.
I attacked
you
with the
attacked
two-handed.
with two-handed.
Okay, so no.
Okay, there you go.
Again, I have no idea. Manny, where are you? I need you here.
Still helpful. I need it. All right. Yeah. As he's just booking it out, he's making his moves. He's going and
Yeah.
Calagon, go ahead and roll a death saving throw for me. Actually, hold on a second. I'm so sorry. We're gonna do this a little bit differently. I forgot about something that I had mentioned quite a long time ago.
Good or bad?
Exciting.
There you go.
You see,
I didn't mean to throw a die at you in the beginning of the session. I'm really sorry. I take that. But you can keep the die if you want.
I like to do something fun because you are quite literally fighting for your life. So rather than facing a direct static DC of some sort, you, sir, are facing death.
So I'm fighting death.
That's right, you are.
Do we have to do it at the same place to make it epic?
do it.
All right, ready? 1, 2. Yeah, you won that one.
That is 1 failed death saving throw.
Very bad.
This is really stressful. This new roll of fighting
Listen.
death. I don't know if I like it.
I like it, and it's still really 50-50. So that's.
It's actually, yeah, but there
Yeah.
are reasons for it. Cleave, as you see his head just topple, you make out the fact that he is clearly unconscious. And hearing now Arlyn's shout, you can tell that something's gone seriously wrong immediately.
Did the sword actually hit? Like, did that?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
you
Okay,
saw
I didn't know. I don't
chunks
know what
of
you are,
flubber
so I
just
don't know. Oh, okay.
Flop onto the ground like massive chunks.
Oh,
Just
okay.
yeah. He looked
Not
like
another
half
one.
his size
Nice.
as he was walking or running away.
All right.
I think my first instinct, even when I'm in vengeful mode like this, is still heal first. So I'm gonna pull out one of my good berries and just like force that into his open mouth.
Okay. Easily done. That's not an issue. You can revive him back at 1 HP.
And I just start slapping his face and like, Callie, wake up!
What happened?
We're killing Flubber.
Let's get him.
Okay.
That's it. That's
I
all
think
I
he
got.
tried to kill you. He must have surprise attacked
I'm
you.
very confused. So,
Fantastic. Arlyn is up next.
Arlen's up
Maybe while
next.
you had your back turned, looking down a grate or something, he must have attacked you.
So he hasn't jumped over yet.
So
He has, but you can
I've
just...
dashed. So
Yeah,
like,
he's just getting
30
far.
feet around the corner. He said 30 feet to get out, and then I dash another 30 feet.
So I'm gonna jump out with Arlen
Okay.
and throw the javelin
Wow.
Nice.
at your body.
Certainly an option.
Does 20 hit?
I would imagine, yes.
Cool. 5 more damage with the javelin.
Wow.
How you looking over there, Michael?
You see, as it goes directly into his body, and seems almost like pinned. He just slumps into a pile of goo on the ground, unconscious.
Incredible. Wow.
Alright.
Well done,
Haha.
Arlyn. I was gonna say Manny, and I'm like, oh, I guess that's not necessarily appropriate currently. Well done, Manny, on creating a dope character who can take down oozes. Great job, bud.
Oh boy. Alright.
So as Arlen, I'm gonna run up to him and just look down at the slime. With my arm, because my arm still hurts, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, okay. Why'd you make me do that? Why'd you make me do that? And as Calagon, I'm gonna stumble out as well and join Arlen to investigate the body.
Nice. Flan, go ahead and make... Just roll a d20 for me.
16.
16. Well done on your first failed save against the 17. I'm rolling exceptionally well for these for some reason. Okay. Pinned to the ground, you can now see within the stone, just right between the cracks, is just this javelin stabbed into the ground at like a 30-degree angle. And standing over the body of Flan, you see Arlen just standing there, looking down at this just heaping mass of goo.
Still half of you in the inside area, or does it come back to you?
That more so just, it's not even keeping shape. It just turned basically into like liquid.
Okay.
The chunk that
Mushroomy.
was
He's got,
inside.
there's like a little bit more mass towards the center, but otherwise it's just like a blobbed out.
Yeah, whereas, my main body is still kind of keeping shape, but it's more flattened.
Okay.
I'm gonna scoop. I'm gonna pull out my mess kit. I'm gonna get my pot, and I'm gonna scoop the goo that's left on the ground inside.
What are you doing with the 4 turtles that you were holding?
Oh, I dropped them on the bed. When I climbed up the ladder. Yeah,
nice,
yeah.
okay.
I just dropped them.
So I'm back to...
So you're gonna scoop
Did
up
you
the
press
goo
it one
of
more
like, you're
time?
trying to scoop like his body, like his main body? Or just like the goo
The
from
leftover
like...
body that's here, and this is like basically all flavored text for the fact that I'm studied in medicine, but I mean, not that he's a body that I have ever seen, but I'm supposed to be good at doing a medicine check. I want to try to understand what just happened, like if I don't know if he's unconscious or whatever, and B, I guess it would be like to stabilize him ideally, just so we can get answers.
Okay.
But not to bring him back conscious. This would be to stabilize him and force him to be unconscious for the next 1 to 4 hours, as per the rules.
Being that he is highly
As
unusual,
per the rules.
go ahead and make a medicine check, but at disadvantage.
That makes sense to me. Voila, number 2. That was really close to each other. All right, that's gonna be an 11.
An 11. It is enough to stabilize him. You start to feel around, and your hands start just singeing at the touch for a moment. And feeling around, you can start taking note of different, like, darker patches within. And he seems to share a surprising amount of anatomy to what you would expect of humanoids, but in different, unusual kind of floating placements. And you can see where different organs at least are shaped out by slightly denser portions of this ooze that seem to all kind of map out almost like one of those like anatomy skeletons where you can kind of start to see where things are taking shape, and you can almost kind of feel them move as you touch, shifting, feeling around on this very cell-like creature.
Do I fit them in my cauldron?
You certainly cannot.
Okay.
Or wait, cauldron. How big is
I don't
a
know what it
cauldron?
is. I just imagine I have a pot
be
big
crazy.
enough to cook for my friends, but it's probably not that serious.
I was gonna say,
It's
yeah,
probably
a
just
cauldron would be
yeah, maybe like
monstrous.
not like a
Yeah, that's a whole thing for you
not
to
a
carry.
bring Voldemort
chained
back to
your
life cauldron,
mithril.
just like a
Yeah. No, you start kind of moving around, and you can tell that he has what is clearly like a selectively permeable membrane to his outer skin. And so, while you guys are chopping away at him, you are lopping off portions of flesh, for lack of a better term, but it is all still sustained within this membrane. So, pushing around, you can kind of tell where you can see, like, you start pressing on what seem to be lungs, and sure enough, you see these little air bubbles start to and pop out the surface, and over time you're able to kind of follow through with your traditional methods of kind of patchwork, pulling some of that ooze from previous and just like fusing it back to him, seemingly just taking its place right back in with the rest of his body.
All right. Well, I think we're ready to find Oz. We got to get to the bottom of this.
No,
It looks
wait,
like
Cleave. Where are the turtles? Did you see the turtles?
There was turtles. Yeah, I picked up.
Where
I
are
picked
they?
them up. They're on the bed.
Show me.
All right, I'll just run right off. I'll go run back inside, and I climb partway down the ladder, and I just start pointing at hopefully the turtles that are sitting still on the bed where I dropped them.
Yeah, there's just a little bag of 4 little lumps.
Look at them.
Where'd you find these? Where were they?
Look at him.
I'm having like a flashback to when I tried to capture you over the tree. I'm like hanging above them off the ladder. I'm just like, look at those beats. But, well, they were
What
down in
happened?
Well, long story. I tried to get him down with me. I didn't want to leave him up here. Arlyn's hurt. Where are the turtles?
What?
And where did?
I climb all the way to the last step, and then I jump past the bed, and I grab the blanket bag and I open it up. And just
Do you remember where you found
Ta-da.
them?
Yeah, they were in the next room over.
Show me.
Well, there was another one
Show
of
me
those,
where you
by
got
the way.
them.
There's another Flan down there. It's little.
All right. Well,
It's blue.
quietly and discreetly, show me where you found them.
All right. I would toe over that way. By the way, it did its damage on me too. Be careful.
I only have 1 hit point right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm wincing.
I do have more good berries, but I would be afraid to lose the ability
it's
to do
okay.
what I just did.
I'm just gonna try to stay away from that tiny ooze.
Nice. All right.
All right. So yeah, I show them over.
Yeah, go ahead and move
the next
your
room.
icons to wherever you'd like to be at. You can see that where this tiny ooze is, where one of the turtles was. Calagon, you already remember just from the visual, having seen a small treasure trove. This creature seems to have eaten away at a good portion of it already.
Of the treasure?
Yep.
Someone get that thing off of that. I don't want to.
Oh, I'm not touching it.
Don't get too close. All right. Look, I'll hand my remaining 6 good berries over to Calagon. Look, don't get greedy with those just yet, but I might need them. And then I'm gonna walk over with my pot and try to like.
Okay.
That's a good move. I'm gonna eat one
this is
more
gonna be a
good berry.
contested grapple check.
All right. It's not bad. It's not bad. 13.
13. Okay. Yeah, with relative ease, you see as this little gold coin just gets sucked up and starts to dissolve inside this creature, and you just.
Nice. Then I'll put like a plate or something underneath it and just like turn it upside down.
I'm going to
Easy enough.
grab one of the turtles and put it on the desk. That's where one of them came from, right?
Where you said where one of them came from? You said.
Yeah.
Yeah, easy enough.
Doesn't matter which one.
I mean, you put a turtle somewhere. What turtle are you putting where?
Do you
and why?
remember which turtle you found where?
Well, this blue one seems to be the leader. It was. it tried to fight this ooze, but it didn't do well.
I think they're protecting something. I think the turtles are protecting something.
Like the owner of the house?
No.
The master?
Like an item. Watch, and then I'm gonna set one of the turtles.
I see through your tricks. I know what he's doing.
I'm gonna set one of the turtles on the desk, like I said, and see if it goes towards anything specific.
It starts gearing up towards that little pot that Cleave just placed over the creature.
Okay, I'm gonna set them all where they originally were.
Okay. Make an intelligence check for me to determine whether or not you would remember where each one of them is.
Cleave, help me.
Wait, to do what? Oh, to figure out where they all were?
Yep.
I mean, I did pick them all up individually, sure. Yeah. Give me advantage.
You can help.
Do it. Let them have
you
it.
can help. That's fine. For sure.
As they're investigating that, I'm gonna move back over to
18.
the river.
18. Okay. No. Without fail, you begin placing them one at a time, and at first, it seems near useless as you place this turtle with a purple stripe along its shell down on top of the pages of this book over on the end. You go and you place the one with the little like orangey stripe down onto the parchment where it previously was. You go and you place the red turtle, if you will, over on the other end.
I don't want to place them exactly where they were. I want to place them in the area of where they are, and then see if they move to where they want to be.
Nice. Yeah, you can make out the fastest, the most excited of the lot. Seems to be the one on the center table, who very hurriedly runs toward what appears to be some sort of food. A cheesy, breaded, meat-covered substance.
Does it look like that pizza that's right there? Okay.
Yep. Yeah. That'd
does
be
he
it.
start eating it?
Yeah. He very excitedly starts nibbling away at the edge of the pizza. You can tell that this turtle is all too excited. He has gotten a taste of the good stuff, and he doesn't seem to plan on stopping anytime soon.
Are they by chance? Are they teenagers?
They look like turtles.
They seem to be.
They seem to be turtles.
Seem to be
for
adolescents.
sure.
Maybe not yet. Maybe not yet. Actually.
That long for me to realize it.
Please.
I was watching as Joel and Michael were figuring it out, and I'm like, "Oh, that's so good! This is the best."
Are you kidding me?
This is the
What's
greatest
the one on
story
the
element.
What's the one on the desk?
Are you
What's the purple one going
I
towards?
looked at the letters. I was like, "What's borp?"
Yeah, y'all thought. The purple one, as you watch, interestingly enough, seems to start literally sliding the page underneath its body as it moves the book along, reading throughout what appear to be the notes, a journal of some sort from Osmanthus.
Cleave, come take a look at this. And I'm gonna take the turtle and I'm
Look at him.
gonna move it to where the pizza is, the purple
You're
one.
gonna move the purple one to the pizza?
Yeah. While we
Nice.
take a look at this book.
You look like you're reading, little buddy. Look at him. Look at it.
He's not reading.
Playing with
He's
the-
protecting the book.
Oh no, I know. Turtles can't read. He just looks like it. It's cute.
Well, they might be able to read. I don't know, but this one is not. It's just trying to eat some pizza now. I need to see what's in this book, though. And why don't you take a look at the red one? See what he's trying to hide or protect.
Yeah. Come over here and check out what turtle. Is it
Yeah,
a
I'm
turtle
gonna-
with
I'm gonna
red
go
markings
through
on
the
it? Is that
book.
the idea?
Yeah, he has a red line across the back of his shell.
Very good. Yeah, what's he up to?
Make an intelligence check for me.
And I'm going through the book.
Can I add
Trying to
animal
s-
handling to it before I look?
No.
Okay. My regular flat intelligence is gonna be 13.
13. This one seems pretty weird. There's a small chest on the table and then this unusual device of some sort. The turtle seems to just be crawling about on the device.
Cleave, what is yours? What is yours protecting? Looks like a gun.
Yeah, he's protecting this doohickey. He's got like it's like a pipe, maybe.
Doohickey, point it at me. Let me see what it looks like.
Yeah, this right here. Yeah. It's got sort of a handle too. It's pretty cool. So it feels like you'd hold it. Yeah. Look at it. Look it down there.
I've never
You notice it's got a lever
never seen
too.
one of these before.
It has two separate levers, each resting comfortably on one of the fingertips as you can kind of reach toward it from the handle.
Never seen that before.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Would somebody who's never seen a gun look down the barrel and then pull the trigger? Would that?
What does that button do?
What is that?
Wait! Don't touch the button. We don't know what it is. Hey, Rodrick, come here.
Yes?
Have you ever seen that thing that Cleave is holding?
Look at this.
Let me see it.
Seems to have something to do with plumbing.
It could be an instrument, maybe.
Look, it's got like a pipe and probably like a gasket that they would install. What do you think? I don't know.
Well, if it's a gasket, I found water in the other room. Maybe we can test it. If we make the water flow through one hole,
I'll give you
maybe
that.
it goes and starts the system up. I don't know.
So you don't know what it is. Maybe there's something about it in this book.
So they all protect something?
This is
Wait a minute.
pretty hefty book. And as you look to the right of you, you can note all sorts of different scrolls and pages, all torn, wrapped, and kind of stashed away in this massive shelf that just seems to house continual journalings.
Do I notice any names that I recognize, or maybe anything that is like a bit of a red flag?
Make a quick. I'll say this will be a Why am I just blanking on the word? Investigation check.
$11.
11. Kind of quick scrolling, quick flipping through pages, and you kind of start towards the back, start going forward, and you do immediately notice a few names. Your names. Seems to be a daily log. This one capturing just recent events of just the happenings of you lot having dealt with you all just a little bit prior.
It's his diary. Dang it. So I don't think this is very useful. And I'm going to turn around and see Rodrick and Cleave playing with the unknown pipe. And move over to the one with the bee.
Hey, what happened to Flavius?
We did like sort of the beginnings of killing.
You didn't notice that I was unconscious with my head poking through the...
I had a sound.
I think I woke you up before that.
I think I told you, actually. I think I tried to get him down here with me, and he resisted. And
So you killed him.
Well, I tried to like not push him. I tried to like use.
Is he
I
dead?
tried to use force to bring him down here, and he reacted and tried to kill me.
Where is he now?
And that's when Arlyn, our mighty leader, took charge, and he's gone.
Well,
he's gone.
I don't.
So
I
what's
don't-
this all for then?
You all hear this
well, no, he's not-
loud
I don't
crashing
think he's dead. I checked on
as you just hear this.
No, not that. Not that.
From the other room over there? Where?
You can hear it now directly from the port from which this tiny ooze came from.
Ooh. I'm
Can
gonna-
I? Is there a way to look through the port?
You can, absolutely. It is pitch black.
Okay.
It seems to bend just a few feet out.
What's good with his dark vision situation? You got it?
Yeah,
he
but
can
it bends.
see, but it bends.
Yeah.
Oh, it bends.
I'm gonna grab a an item from the room, run over to the water and throw it in.
Okay. It is running water, so just grabbing like a spare top off a crate, you just kind of toss it in for a moment and watch as it kind of starts to float down. And as it starts floating, you watch as it seems to start sinking. And then you see slight smoking above it as it just vanishes below the
Guys,
water.
this is not good. This is not an exit. That water is not water, it's acid. So, do you hear him coming? Is that what you heard?
This whole entire river here? In the next room?
Flan,
I walk over to the
Flan, whatever his name is acid. There's this tiny ooze guy. Is that his child?
he was...
I think
Was he with child?
I think that Oz is creating these creatures. He created Flan.
I want to attempt
Maybe out of this acid
to
river.
shape the water. Is it to see if it is water?
It works.
Ah, look at that. Well, I don't know much about my new powers, but I thought I could only do this with water, and unless it's just with liquids.
Well, I just threw a barrel top down there, crate top, and it disintegrated and smoked and sank into the water. But that would make sense.
Might open doors for me.
Didn't Flan say that all he knows is being down here? As far as his memories go back, this is all he remembered?
It'd be nice to be able to ask him.
Well, he didn't come or wouldn't come down here. Why is this little one not talking or moving? Or
Well, clearly it's just a child.
does it have the same parts as Flan or Flan?
I'll find out. I'm gonna take first. I want to take like 2 gallons of it, just rub it up around, and then just like put it on the ground and see what happens.
Being that it's stone, it seems to be fairly sturdy, but you can definitely get the sense that it's like slowly over time starting to kind of wear it, almost like just putting like a cleaner on, like imagine a rust cleaner. You can start to see like little just
Bubbling
flakes
bit.
start to kind of appear towards
Alright.
the top
I
as it
sort of
starts to
like,
kind of flake up.
Wipe it back into the thing, and then I pulled just like a drip, like into there, just a couple, like a little bit of water, and then I'm gonna just like sort of like put the pot on the ground, and then pull off the plate and take a few steps back, and then I'm just gonna like drip some of this acid onto that acid being, see what happens.
Okay.
Sorry, I hope I wasn't too
It
far from the
seemingly just vanishes. Just
mic. Just into it. Does it react?
not that you can see, no, not specifically at least.
I'm gonna pour so much more onto it. I want to pour enough to like increase its body mass visibly.
Okay. Easy enough. You
How-
start just kind of moving over portion by portion, and you watch as this creature kind of tracking with it. Actually, Calagon, where are you currently? Are you out there with him?
I'm where I'm
You gonna be inside?
yeah, I'm where I'm at.
Okay.
I'm not really. I guess I should be kind of away because
So,
he's got water
you place
going.
it over there.
Yeah, that works.
There you go. As you start kind of feeding the water into it, it does start to increase in size. And you watch as it slowly just kind of rolls just a little bit, now much faster than you'd seen it moving previously, given its newfound size. And you watch as this little creature just plops down into the water and
Into the
vanishes
water. Whoa,
into
whoa,
the stream.
whoa.
Cleave, what are you doing? Where'd
I
it go?
want to. How far to one side is the stream?
How far to one side? It's
Like how wide is the
5
stream?
feet wide.
5 by
the
5.
stream.
Precisely what I was hoping you'd say. I would like to block up like a wall of water like at the very edge of the room. As soon as like he hits the water, I want to like just block it up so that it all starts just like cascading into the like out of it.
Go ahead.
Find it, quick!
Ooh, okay, yeah. Sleight of hand check for me.
Oh boy. That's phenomenal. The 19?
19. Okay. You start just like pulling up water and trying to stop it off where it's at, and the water continues to flow in, and you watch as slowly but surely the water level starts to rise. In this little kind of river sewer system, it starts slowly, steadily
Bro, did
increasing.
you just create a monster?
And as you're stopping it off at the end, you realize you're stopping the entire sewer system.
Cleave,
and it's continually
stop!
pouring higher.
Well, I'm not gonna do it forever.
And higher.
I'm
And
not
as you're
gonna, like, keep
watching
it.
this,
I was hoping that I
You were
stop
adding
it.
that
and-
water into it, and it was getting bigger.
Yeah.
It just went into the water. Now it
Well,
is
it's gonna
the
become
water.
like the ocean if we don't stop it. So hold on. So first of all, when I did that, do I see it go through my? Because I'm only able to move water. Nothing makes it through.
nothing that
Okay.
you can see, nothing indistinguishable from the water. Or rather, it is indistinguishable from the water.
In that
if
case,
it is in there.
After, if you were to follow the flow of water, depending on how fast it goes,
Mhm.
right? After wherever it jumps in, the water would have probably hit the wall. I want to just start separating that water from the water in the sewage. The long let me give you the long term goal. You tell me however long this takes, and if I have to do initiative and stuff for it. But my goal would be separate, like make the water stop so that this thing doesn't get out of the building. Then I would try to separate the water from the streaming water so that you can clearly see what the difference is. Then I would probably do like a little bit of frozen to create a wall so it doesn't easily climb back in.
You can freeze it where
That's
it's at.
my
Trying
overall.
to control two different portions would be two different actions, given the fact that you are one person, unless you have some form of already having twin casting or have somebody else to help you.
What do you mean? All I'm saying is, I get it's all stopped. Once it starts like overflowing off the sides, all I do is like new action. So this would take a few seconds, I'm sure. New action. I would just like do like a dividing line between the water that's started to flow into the room and the water that's in the river, and then I would just like create a little wall with some of that stuff of ice. Or maybe that's how I divide it. How about that? I divide it by just freezing a line of that water at the edge that would hold the rest of it in.
Very cool. Okay. Without fail, you watch as you freeze it, and it just slopes downward, as seemingly there does seem to be at least enough room and no great stopping it off at this portion, as it just vanishes downstream further. And you can definitely tell that whatever you may have just had in your possession is definitely long gone at this point.
I don't think I understood that, but okay. But I
So
understood
the
the last
ice,
part.
ice just freezes in place with the water, and rather than just like stopping off due to where it's at, it just kind of blocked off in that space, and the rest of the water forced it through, essentially.
Okay. Well, we've probably ended a civilization today.
Cleave. Oh. Now what are we gonna do?
Move
With
very
that,
far away.
As you ask that question, let's take a 2-second break here. Let's take our 10-minute break. Give
Okay.
everybody just a little bit of breathing room while you guys consider the options.
Oh my god.
We will be back soon to see if they will indeed face their repercussions of their actions, or, I don't know, run away. Who knows?
I like
Get ready.
I like Plan B.
I think that's probably it. It's time to leave this place behind.
Good luck, Waking Dawn. Hey guys, welcome on back. I almost got dice to the face this time. I've threatened the party too much apparently
You
here.
killed me.
So, if for whatever reason you're just picking up now, our party, after having lost out on their guild master friend, decided that they would start poking around in Osmanthus's shop. Going down into the sewers below, they did find a few unusual trinkets, 4 turtles, some food, some treasures, things of that sort. But up above, our friend Arlyn watched with Rumgar as their newfound enemy, Flan, the unusual ooze, seems to have attacked and knocked Calagon unconscious. Taking him down with a spear to the back, the closest approximation to a back you can manage, Arlyn watched on and took guard over Flung as Cleave helped his friend Calagon back to life, feeding a good berry to him and offering a few others just in case. Going down below, they found the smaller remnant, a tiny ooze, having just found his way out of this large port of sorts. They placed it near the water, and Cleave, having funneled some of this seemingly acidic water onto the creature, started to watch as it grew and grew and grew, seemingly even growing in intelligence as it caught on very quickly, flowing down into this little stream of water
I thought I had it
and
in the
following
pot. All right.
as it went through into the sewer and vanished from sight. And that is where we pick up. One ooze short, with a few turtles just strewn about. Our friends having found an unusual little trinket that Rodrick seems to believe you can funnel water through, I believe.
Don't know till you try it.
Yeah.
This is true. These are true facts about the gun. Alrighty, y'all. You are out of initiative currently, as you see Rumgar just kind of down the ladder. He just kind of points.
We have the, Flan.
And
Flan?
Yes.
He's alive?
moments later, you see Arlyn just like struggling as his entire body just kind of body slams this heaping mass of gelatin onto the bed, and he just kind of and just kind of wiping off his armor for a moment. He stands back up and he kind of calls you all over for a brief moment. He says, I don't think that this thing should be out there for the people to see. I'm trying to close that window now, but the door is still broken.
My bad.
Maybe we should just take a breather. Maybe give us like an hour and patch ourselves up. 'Cause this isn't looking good.
What do you mean?
You look hurt. I'm hurt. Poor Calagon, look at him.
So Cleave unleashed a deathly ooze on the entire town through this underwater river that we found of acid. No, it's a lot to take in, so take it in stride.
Cleave!
Not for the first time. My intrigue with exotic creatures has gotten the best of me. I'd like to formally apologize to my friends and to possibly the whole city. I don't know where that thing leads. But I'll say if they had a sewer of acid leading somewhere, that probably wasn't a place in good shape in any case.
I doubt it leads anywhere significant.
Maybe it goes into the desert. They need water.
It could also just be circular. Maybe it's a vat and it just goes round and round and
Oh,
round.
that'd be nice.
Well, even if we wanted to explore it, how would we get in there?
Well, I don't want to explore it, so that's not even a question for me.
Oh yeah, that's not... It's very possible that entire river is now that thing that I dropped in it. I don't want to go anywhere near that.
Oh, that's wild. Okay,
Yeah,
yes.
Barry, if you want to just step away...
So this is the problem, Arlyn, is we realized that as the acid touched the smaller version of Flavius, the blob, the blob grew in size. So then Cleave thought, why not make it enormous?
Wait, hold on.
And
Roger,
throw the
Roger,
blob
wait.
inside.
Wait, where's Barry?
I wanted to increase it by 10%.
Cleave, where's Barry?
I just saw him crawl into that crate. I told him not to do it.
You saw him crawl into the...
You didn't hear me? I just said, Barry, maybe
I
don't
was
do that.
listening to Rodrick speak. Why would you let him
Pops
go?
his head up.
I told him not to.
Barry, what's in... Why'd you
And
go
as
in
you
there?
look, this is a sizable grate that he's just kind of pried the rest of the way open now that you can see is a decent size, and you can tell now that he's been exploring beneath, and it definitely opens up to something else.
Big enough for us to fit in there?
Oh yeah.
Huh, how convenient. Barry, What do you see in there?
This is due to your intelligence and his. Why am I blanking on this word tonight? Investigation. My goodness, his investigation from earlier. And he just kind of crawls back in there and vanishes once more.
I think he's trying to get us to follow him.
I would like to say I did hear Oz's voice coming from that direction.
Yes, I do think he's down there.
Yeah, but why would Barry keep going back if he was in there?
He's a curious little bugger.
He
The
is.
whole world's new to him.
Well, he's also a dragon, so...
But he's my dragon.
Yes, I know. But he doesn't care about what others think of him. He's the most powerful being on this planet.
Arlyn, you're our leader. What do you think? Should we just flee?
He kind of like shakes his head for a moment as though like trying to get himself to focus. Fleeing is not. Just kind of winces for a moment. He's just give me a moment. He's clearly still in pain, and you can watch as lights start to pulse at his side, and you can see where like he's clearly actively still healing himself. He says, honestly, I'm not sure I'll be the most help right now.
You need some berries.
I'll leave this up to you if you feel that
Oh, looking
you're
horrible.
fit to do so, but you look pretty rough yourself.
Yeah, but I have some good berries, and I can't leave Barry alone. And it really seems like he wants us to follow him. Barry, come here. Does he come back?
He does. It takes a little moment, but he eventually just flops right back out.
Come here,
Just kinda
boy.
flies
Don't
over
leave.
to you.
We got to figure out what we're doing. I'm gonna put him back in my his robe pocket, his house.
Nice. Okay, yeah. With ease, he just kind of crawls back in, and everybody is just kind of checking around. You notice that Rumgar, for the first time, takes note of the turtles. The pizza now completely gone, as Rumgar just kind of starts poking away at them.
Well, fellas, is it time to leave?
Maybe we could just set this Oz fellow onto the trail of what we may have unleashed just now. Yeah, let's leave. But can I?
You just leave a note to say sorry.
Wait a minute. Do good berries work with slime creatures?
Do you want to wake him up?
I know he attacked me, but I did attack him first. It probably startled him.
You did?
I wanted to get him down here so we can get some answers, and I mean, he's down here.
Wake him up. We need to talk to him. Wake him up.
All right.
I'm gonna hand you
Close
back
the door
one
to
of the good
to
berries you gave me.
sewer. I'm starting to be a bit. Yeah, I'll take them. I'm sort of paranoid about that now. Didn't he come from the grate? All right. I just like. Are we sure about this?
Yes, he's harmless. Just do it.
I'm gonna take one and just plop it into there and right onto his membrane.
Just kind of forcing it down. After a moment of it just sitting on top, you just kind of poke it real quick, and you watch as it slowly starts to absorb, and eventually just disintegrates. As you come to, you notice little bubbles start to shift around inside.
It appears there has been a series of misunderstandings.
I'm not gonna say a word. I'm just gonna look down at the ground.
Listen, don't
Hello?
worry. You're down here, but you're not imprisoned, so don't be startled.
Hey, the door's still open. Can you climb ladders?
Yes.
You'll be fine.
We just have some questions for you.
Okay.
Just cut right to the point.
What is this device? And I pick up the pipe thing.
Roll an intelligence check.
Wait, what? Your die is -1?
8.
Oh.
I'm not very smart.
No. It's a weird looking doohickey. It's a pipe and it seems to have 2 levers.
It's crazy. This other thing had a
It's a pipe. Seems to have 2 levers.
Okay, well, this is important. I throw it. Okay.
You hear some clanging, but nothing more.
Cleave, tell them about the goo thing.
Ah, yeah, I have something for you. Do you drink water?
I can.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you. For me, this would be dangerous water. But I feel like... You want to just give it a try? Give it a go?
He's still looking real nervous and looking around the room.
I just have it like floating above me. It's like... Got a little bit, there's a little dash of it.
I just
A little like...
I just kind of like make a cup with
There you
my
go.
little
I'm just gonna like
pseudopods.
drop some of that in there. It's just like this much water. My
Gross.
dice.
This is the equivalent to like saliva to you, essentially, for a moment. As you think back on just sitting in this just sewer water, and it is still hydrating, and you do still take it in. It doesn't seem to affect you in any other way, but it's also just kind of like partial, almost refuse. You know, it's just waste.
That's not good water.
Oh, sorry. Do you feel bigger?
I just no. I didn't like it though.
So you wouldn't be disposed to drinking enough of it that it was about 10% more of your body?
I think you're beating around the bush, Cleave. I
That-
think you should just tell him what happened.
I would,
Maybe he can give
Do you
us
have any
answers.
brothers?
I wouldn't willingly drink this if that's what you're asking. And
Are there any others like you?
Do you have child?
I've never. Do I have a child?
Smaller version of you.
I've never seen any others like me. Not here.
Well, I think I
Does he have eyes? Do you have eyes?
No.
How do you see anyway?
It's hard to explain.
Okay, never mind that.
Just light kind of goes places.
Okay. The reason why we ask is because Cleave decided to throw, I think, your child into this water, and now he's gone.
I didn't throw anything anywhere. Well, I threw some water onto your child.
There was a vat of goo that was trying to eat the turtles, and he threw it into that green lake over there.
And he looked like me.
You go
What
look
did
at
he
small-
say?
Well, he didn't speak. Made these like kind of squishy noises, like, as it kind of moved around.
You know,
Oh,
the kind,
disgusting.
It
kind you
enjoyed the
make.
water and then it jumped in the rest of the water.
I don't think he was one of me then.
Yeah.
I didn't like that water.
Okay, would it be bad if we mixed him in with the water?
You said it made him bigger?
I think, yeah, it made him bigger.
It seemed to.
Faster.
Well, if he is one of me, I don't think that'd be a bad thing. He probably just wants to help people too.
What if we throw you in the water to see what happens?
As long as I don't have to drink it.
Is he the same color as the water?
Roughly, it's definitely a paler version of him.
Okay.
Like, does it seem like if he went in there, he would become invisible like it did?
It definitely seems plausible.
Okay. What if he's not meant to drink it? What if we just douse him in it? Can you just pour some on his head?
Can we pour some of these on your head?
I'm not going to try to push him in.
That's fair, that's fair.
I'm just nervously look around, just wiggling still. Just if you have to.
Do it, Cleave.
It's for science.
We must
I go
know.
and I take 5 feet of acid water. 5 square feet. 5 cubic feet. There you go.
Wow.
Is that how it works? No, not even. It's a 5-foot cube. Is that what I can do?
It's 5 foot cube.
25 square feet.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, because square feet would just be
Yeah, that wouldn't be that many.
the general like perimeter, but the whole area would be cubic feet, 25 cubic feet total.
Let me make sure I get this word.
But,
Just a lot of water.
Regardless, yes, the 5x5 space of water.
If that's what it is, I'll double check. But yeah.
Okay. And you're just gonna pour the full 5x5 onto your now conscious Flung.
Because I'm still sitting on the bed.
Wow, why are we drawing on this? What's
All
happening?
right, I just try to figure out if it's flan, flung, flang, flume, whatever we're calling them.
It's Flan.
'Cause I've heard you say flung.
Yep, 5 foot cube. All right.
You just said flum,
Flung.
but it's flan.
No, it's flan. It's,
Flan.
you gotta think flan,
Flan.
like cheese flan.
It's actually flan.
flan.
Or like
Flan.
egg flan,
Flan.
vanilla flan. In his case, acid flan.
Acid flan.
flan. Okay.
Yeah, phlegm.
Sounds like a punk rock
Phlegm.
band. Acid
It does.
flan. All right.
All right.
That's
Yep.
the next kill.
I'm gonna try to double them.
You're gonna try to dump.
I want a double flung.
The
Double portion of flung.
Flung, as it makes contact, there's something like slightly off-putting about it for a moment, and as it does so, you start to feel it start pouring into you, and it begins to satisfy that kind of primal urge of yours, and you start to take in that natural instinct of like, oh, this is sustenance, this is good, and
Okay.
as you take it on more and more, you can definitely take note. He is growing in size. For sure.
Incredible. That, if he hasn't walked into the next room already and seen it for himself, he's the last of it. That's all of that we have.
Deception versus insight right now.
There it is. No.
15.
No way.
It don't matter.
You're good.
Yeah, you win.
Perhaps.
Mine was I'm okay at deception, but
Cleave, but why don't we just...
3.
If we throw him in,
Okay.
then we can go on our way and do what we were supposed to do. We save him. There's no way Oz can get him. And then we just...
That's the result we want for sure?
I think so.
I just wanted to leave. I just wanted to go to Gracht.
He said he wants to help people.
So you don't want to jump in that water?
And that felt pretty good, but this is still too close. I need to leave.
Well, this river could probably take you somewhere else.
It's got a point. The water is moving. It's got to go somewhere. Go find your child.
I don't like it here. Oz owns all of this.
Well, let this take you away.
I'm not going to lie, this makes me trust him a lot more. Sorry I never expressed to you I didn't trust you that much. But, you're new.
Well, he
I
did
think it was a
kill me.
little noticeable when you tackled him earlier today.
Nah, we had like a friendly orc match.
Flavius, just take a dip, see where it leads. It'll get you away from Oz.
Here,
And
what
then we
is that?
No, no, no!
Is he in the room?
No, just echoed still throughout the chamber, all about. There, you can hear it now coming 2 different ways. One from that pipe, and one from a grate on the floor on the other side of the room.
I think he's on the other side of this pipe, guys. Should we go get him?
I'm gonna go lean over into the. That's it. I've wanted to do this forever. I was trying to run it past you guys. I'm gonna lean into the main one that we've been looking in, the grate, and I'm gonna say, "Come, brothers, I'm freeing you all. All oozes into the sewers. Jump into the river. Be free. Be free."
Cleave, no.
Make a persuasion check for me.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's the same thing. 10.
Okay. Cool.
You should let us know where it leads out. We'll find our answers without you having to jump in there. Now, everybody hide.
Everybody.
You hear the crackling of electricity and screams and shouts coming from the other end.
Oh my gosh.
You hear the panicked, hurried splashing of water as you can hear the suffering screams of Osmanthus
Oh my gosh.
from throughout this pipe.
Wait a minute. I thought he was gonna start doing stuff. I didn't know. What happened to him? Should we? That was crazy. Wait a minute. Should we? Well, I don't know what to do anymore.
I don't know, but I think we should check it out.
He's not gonna go any closer.
I want to check it out. Why do I keep drawing? Sorry, guys.
That's all right.
Sorry. And I'm gonna push Cleave aside and jump down the chute.
All right, everybody take one. Everybody take one good berry again. I passed one out to each of us. That should be. I have 5. That should be everybody.
I say
Wait.
Arlyn is
No.
going to
It's
go
everybody
back
but
to watching, just posted guard for a time. He's
For
just
who?
like,
We heard
I don't
odds.
think I'll be much use here, but certainly we might be able to get someone else on board. It is late. Should I ask anyone else at this time? Is it worth it?
I mean, at this point, if they don't want to betray Oz, at least tell him he's probably dying.
Good point. All you see is my feet as I'm
Very
trying
well.
to go down the
Vanishes
pipe.
In that case, I guess
Incredible.
you get one. I pass one good berry to you. I don't know if you have a way to carry it without eating it.
Good question.
Okay. So Calagon,
I did eat 2 of yours, by the way. One that got me
did
up,
you?
and then I ate one more after that.
One more after that. Oh no,
So
that
I have
puts us.
2
Never
hit
mind.
points.
I can't pass one to you anyway.
I have 2 hit
okay.
points.
you alone
Oh.
find yourself in an unusual room.
There's
After
more?
a few feet having kind of scurried about through this tubing, you hear the echoed screams coming from around the corner and eventually follow it over into this room where you see just pipes, tubes, unusual levers, knobs, and things of the sort. And you can see another steel door, but swung open. As it slid back, you can take note that there is this massive vat of green ooze just slowly funneling into the pipes, and with like this low kind of gurgling flushing, you hear this like,
And I
as
can't,
it all just vanishes
I
from
can't
this
tell which one does what.
pot.
Is this going to be a trial and error kind of thing? Or does it kind of lay out in design
There are
what
no
it does?
labels of any sort. There are simply 4 levers, 1 large and 3 small on one side, and 1 large kind of wheel on the other.
I'm just going to go back to where I came from and yell in there and say, guys, it's safe. Come on. Join me.
Wait, what did you crawl through the thing? Is that
Yeah.
what, oh boy.
It does dip down
Alright.
slowly at some point and then back up a little bit, but
All right, I'm gonna crawl in. Oh, wait, now, Flan, do you need to? You're not gonna want to come in here, are you? Well, go for help with Arlyn then. If they help Oz, they help him. But maybe if he's the villain that you understand him to be, then they'll stop him.
I could do that. And I'll kind of look around the room real quick. Is there any, like, bags, satchels,
there are a few, yes.
things that I can kind of just grab to be able to hold things?
Yeah, there's definitely one decent sized, like, full on backpack just sitting below that main table there. Down
Yeah.
below.
I'll run and just grab that, so I have a pack,
Nice.
and just, I guess, follow Arlen's lead back
Wrong
out.
guy, they'll need an extra set of eyes on him. Go help Arlyn.
I'm going to yell again, guys, I need help.
Flung, are you going, like, full speed right now, or are you just kind of
Where you're talking about with?
Just to like go back up, yeah.
Speed of slime.
No, I'm just essentially following Arlyn's orders right now. He's still very, like, you can hear in his voice, still shaky, everything he's doing. Like, he just kind of got murdered, so.
Okay.
And so he's just kind of following orders at this point, trying not to make everybody mad again.
Cool.
So if he tells him to go up first, he'll go up first.
That's easy enough. Arlyn seems to have already left. He's now gone at this point, so
Okay.
he has vanished up this chute, if you will.
Okay. So
So-
I'll follow up topside as well.
You make it to the top. It's empty. It's dark, largely, with everywhere except this room, the internal shop itself. And as you look around, you can see off, walking across the street, is just Arlyn heading over to this really well-lit, large building that you know from talks around town is the guild hall.
Okay. I would like to, on my way out, snag a saddle and carry it with me and try to hook it to my backpack
Okay, very nice.
as I'm still following him.
Still following Arlyn. Okay,
Currently.
very good. All right, with that, you all vanish off. Nick, I'm gonna make you do the roll. Go ahead and roll a persuasion check on Arlyn's behalf.
Okay.
I will not add any modifiers due to your benefit, just because you are half ally and half enemy currently.
15.
So even if you were to help, 15 flat. there?
15 plus whatever his modifier is. You said no modifiers? Or?
Okay. No. Well, I'll take note of that. That's plenty.
Okay.
Okay. Very cool. Down below, Calagon, you're kind of just calling out to your friends, and you don't seem to hear any movement initially as they are just kind of chattering. You hear just low talks over on the other end, but nobody seems to be coming your way.
I'm going to peek around the corner then.
Yeah, cool thing. So you pop your head out for a brief moment, and you hear the screams start to get quieter and quieter as the drowning sounds of Osmanthus seem to get louder and louder instead. And after a moment, they seem to all but vanish. As you look around, you can see that there's this steel-grated walkway leading downward into this almost dock of sorts. There is water all about, and you can tell that there's a series of different pipes and tubes that kind of jut out from the edge based on what you're seeing from inside, and now getting a slight visual from outside, just looking down through the grated floors. It is clearly just disgusting in here. What you'd expect of a sewer.
Okay. I'm going to pull Barry out. I'm assuming he's with me.
Yeah.
Where is he now? Well, I'm just going to say, Barry, tell the guys, come with me. I can't do this alone. I'm going to send him back as I go out and investigate a little bit more around the corner
Okay.
to get a better visual.
Cool. Yeah. You're able to make out this entire room now relatively well. You have unfortunately just walked into a terrible sight.
Oh no.
We're rising up from the water. You can see this monstrous figure seemingly just eating away at Osmanthus, as you can see his goggles and clothes starting to just tear away from him as he's just thrashing about inside.
Okay, and so what is killing him? What is attacking him?
It is a ginormous ooze, very similar to what Cleave had just recently released, just much larger.
Does it look like it's getting bigger, or it is what it
It
is?
certainly does.
Okay. I'll try to stop it. I'm gonna run back in the room and just start pulling some levers to see if I can direct the water out of that area.
By the way, we go in whenever we're done, just like directing him. It's like hours, but however long that takes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, easy enough. After a few moments, they start heading your way, and you guys just come up to Calagon, just starting to turn knobs and listen in. Make a perception check and an intelligence check for me. Perception first.
Okay. Perception is 15.
15, nice, okay.
Come on, mama. And intelligence is 14.
14. Okay, not bad. You start kind of listening in as you start pulling at different levers. And as you start pulling away, you start hearing different hisses and screeching. And as you hear the creaking of metal as you pull a knob, you start trying to listen and track. And you can start to listen where in the tubes it's coming from. And you can hear the running water start to slow at certain portions. The problem is there's still a lot of running water coming through the area, and there's stone between you. So as you try to listen out, you can't quite make out every sound as it's coming through, but you seem to have stopped some of the running water.
And they are now coming out into the room with me?
And they do eventually come out to see this exact image. As you all appear, you can see Calagon just kind of hurriedly messing with these knobs beside him.
Cleave, help. See what I'm doing. He's gonna die.
This is a
Go out there and look.
sewage level problem. Do you need the pipe?
Is the water going away? He's gonna die.
I go out, look. Who's gonna? I see him. I'm just like, I don't even just start reporting back. I just rush over to as close as I can get to him, while still like standing, you know.
Okay.
And I'm just saying, look, you wanted these, eh? And I wanna like sort of lasso my mithril chain and try to throw it into the thing for him to pull.
Wow. Okay.
Mithril.
Well, that was cocked. See. Alrighty. Let's see how close are you gonna get to it? Where are you at currently?
I don't know. My concept was to get like there. I guess is that how you?
Okay. Yeah, sprinting out. So that would take then the one full round of just movement, and then you finally get to him and are able to toss the chain out to him. You can see that already. Like most of his bag and clothing are all torn about. His ears are largely just gone at this point. He's looking horrendous.
Okay.
And you can see that his fur is now patchier than ever as he finally reaches out and grabs hold. Go ahead and make a strength check for me to try and pull him out.
A natural 20!
Let's go.
And I have pluses in there. It should be at least
what a
+1.
shame. Alright.
What a shame.
As you throw it in,
These dice have never done me right. That was
saving
great. That was
odds.
phenomenal.
Nah. You throw in the chains and immediately start just pulling. And Oz, you see, kind of losing his strength for a second, sticks his tiny little rat claws through the links of the chain and just kind of pulls his body weight onto it as really you're the one doing all of the work. He doesn't seem to be climbing his way out or anything. He just kind of holds on as tight as he can manage with the remainder of his strength as you just start tugging and yanking and yanking and yanking and eventually pulling him back up through some of that water for a moment as his light little body luckily is plopped up onto the kind of deck.
As he does that, I'm going to yell at him again. Is the water going away? What's happening?
I had to get him out. I got him. Is the water going away?
You can see that one of the streams is definitely still going where you seem to have come from. The other, however, is definitely still going strong.
Did you say one is going however
I'm
the
sorry,
other is going?
I'm sorry. The one is going, and I meant actually that one is still going, so that's the one going strong. The one on the right has stopped off.
Okay. It looks like you cut one off. You've got one of them. And then I'm gonna run back in with this guy's body over my shoulder. Is he conscious?
He is conscious. He's hurting for sure. And
we were all looking rough. Why did you jump in that thing?
You don't understand.
I thought you were smart.
he gets up onto his feet and kind of pushes down from you.
We need to stop it quickly. This thing it's unlike anything you've ever
dealt with. Trust me, we cannot allow that to live. As long as there's any form of consciousness, it will keep going.
Do I need to pull any other levers? What? I don't know what this does.
The levers are fine. It's already in the liquid. Just we need to remove the creature from the liquid, or at least just kill it quickly. Otherwise, it'll keep growing.
Does this have anything to do with Flavius?
I don't know what. Who? Probably not. No.
The creature you were looking for earlier. Does this have anything to do with him?
Yes, absolutely. You know about that. Is that it?
Oh, you don't know him as Flavius. You know him by his given name.
I didn't know this thing had a name.
Well, maybe you should learn it before you imprison it.
You weren't kidding. You spoke to it.
Spoke to it? We hugged it.
He's our friend.
Is that what you were trying to do?
He's your friend.
He's a very nice guy.
Guys, this is a problem. These creatures, they continue to grow and eat, and that's all they know. They do not have friends. They have
he
food.
knows love, and I'm sure he's a he. I'm not sure, or maybe, but it knows love.
And he's also twice the size he was.
This is a problem.
Well, let's get this one first, and we'll deal with him later.
Where is he?
Where's who?
Flavius.
What about the thing that was just killing you? We need it dead?
Take it down.
Let's go.
All right, I'm gonna run in there.
Kind of pulls back and
I've
kind
got
of
so
motions
few
for the
actual
rest of you
weapons.
as he's just sitting there like feeling his like stinging skin.
I'm gonna go to where I put my thing, and I'm going.
Oh, wait, no,
do I see it?
now.
Currently, you see as it vanishes below the water for a brief moment.
Quick question: does a good berry restore him the same way that
The
Well, no, it
for
didn't restore.
Osmanthus or the
for Osmanthus would it restore him?
Yeah,
Like it would fix his messed upness.
you'd have to try it.
I don't know if it'd bring his ears back.
Okay,
but
you had given all of us one good berry, right, Cleave? Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm still holding my good berry.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to Osmanthus. 4 saddles. For this.
He just straight up looks at you and says, "I don't know what you're on.
Unless you like being bold,
I'm not hungry right now. Can you please help out?"
this will fix everything.
He did see us use it on the giant, on the work.
Ah, did he now? That's a great detail. Although it wouldn't have come from Rodrick.
This will
Kind of-
ensure that you don't continue to die.
Taking note of that, he just kind of looks around. Is that one of those things?
guys, it's gone.
No. And he just rushes down.
Sorry.
What do you mean it's gone?
Do you see it?
He pulls his goggles down in front of his face. It's in there. It's in there. It's coming. Watch out.
Can we drain the water to get to it?
I tried that. It's not a wise idea.
Well,
What do you mean?
Wait! I have an idea. It's a little bit unorthodox, but perhaps the only answer we have to defeating this is Flan.
oh man. He's not gonna come over here.
Well, he's gonna listen to us
Why?
because he's scared.
The only way he got down to where we got him to is because we killed him.
I understand that, and we could use that to our advantage. Threaten to kill him again.
I threatened, and not only threatened, started to attack him, and he killed me.
Yes, but he's a new blob now. He's had experiences.
If there is one on our side, maybe that's our only chance. If we can absorb more acid faster than the other one, we'll have the big one on our side.
How long has this been here?
The creature?
Yeah.
This is new to me. I really honestly don't know. I don't know what happened. I was trying to fend off the small ones. They were slowly getting closer and closer, but the more I killed, it seemed like the more appeared there, and before I knew it, somehow there was a giant one. I don't know what went down.
Was the giant one the one that he sent down there?
That's meta knowledge. We won't know. I'm gonna start passing out bows. I have 5 bows, unless everybody already grabbed. You probably would have already claimed one. But I know in the orc village or whatever, I had claimed 2 short bows and 3 long bows.
Wow.
You've been walking around with 5 bows?
Mad bows.
Chains.
It's unreal.
A satchel.
I think I passed some around, but yeah.
Thank God we're playing no encumbrance.
Also 3 long swords, 2 great clubs, 2 clubs.
He wouldn't be able to walk.
He's an armory walking.
And 20 bags of spice. This is our chance, guys.
Make it sneeze.
Just
We can figure out where it is if you make it sneeze.
I want to use turmeric.
Turn it yellow.
I want to use.
It'll absorb it and we'll see it.
You want to fix his tummy
I
ache?
want to put one bag of spice in my sling, even though I passed out bows and arrows to everybody, and just start swinging.
Okay.
Let's see how it reacts to spice.
Let's see how quickly.
Can absorb it and
You go and you fling this bag of spice into the water,
Yeah.
and you watch as the spice kind of opens up and spreads over the water's surface, and it all starts to just and wilt away. But as it's going, there is a large pile of this turmeric just kind of starting to slowly fall down into the water, and all at once you watch as it vanishes.
I'm gonna firebolt where it vanished.
Nice. Go ahead and roll to hit for me.
While he's doing
Nat
that,
20
It's
plus 4.
unreal. He really did. It's another nat 20. This is crazy.
24 total.
Go ahead and roll your damage for me.
it is a nat 20 on an attack, by the way. You just crit, right?
Huh?
You said nat 20 plus 4?
Oh, it's true. Technically, that was a 48.
But it's just
That works.
to hit though.
Oh yeah.
You're to hits. That's how.
Yeah.
That's
So go
how
ahead
our
and
nat 20s
roll
work.
your damage, and you can double the dice.
That's a 9, right?
It's a 6.
Is it a 9 or a 6?
It would be 60. Like those that you use the double digit.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so yeah, 6.
Did you double your damage?
No, 12.
So 12 points of damage on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool. As you shoot off this bolt of fire, and as it hits, it kind of singes the top of this water, and you can see where it kind of creates this little divot for a second, and now you can see as the water itself begins to move. And moving its 15 feet, you watch as this cube makes its way, just slopped up onto this little dock, if you will, making its way as close as it can towards you. Everybody go ahead and roll initiative.
Let's
go.
So while he was attacking with his firebolt, I was going to actually run and start crawling back through the pipe to go to the previous room.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, by all means, you do you, man.
So 21 on my initiative.
21.
You know we haven't had a 21 all day.
12
Okay.
for me.
Let's see. You said 12 on your end here.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm still figuring this out, so let me double check here.
Are you using the app?
Make
that we
sure.
had used?
Yeah, they do have an initiative tracker now, so
Dope.
I'm just kind of tossing everybody in there now officially. Let me make sure that you are all accounted for. Rumgar is unfortunately busy playing with turtles. I think he's actually a little too distracted for once
Nice.
for actual combat. Flan is currently gone, so it's just the rest of you lot against the ginormous gelatinous cube. Okay. Then I believe it is safe. Sorry. Okay, back to initiative. Sorry, what were the initiatives?
I had a 10.
10? Okay.
12.
Mine was a 21.
10, 12, and 21. Okay. And perfect. Alrighty. First up, then obviously, Rodrick.
Okay, I'm running back to the previous room. So my intention is to dash and get Flan.
Okay. Yeah, it's gonna take a while for sure, but knowing that full well, you try towards the best option you've got, and you start booking it. Okay. Next up is going to be Oz, who's going to hold his action for a brief moment. Followed by Calagon and Barry.
Okay. I'm going to move away a little bit. Oops, sorry, Cleave. Because he is way too close. And I'm going to say, Barry, follow me.
He is a few feet down, so that's good, but he is pretty large as well. And Barry kind of going in tow.
Stay away from it. Try to stay safe. And then I'm going to magic missile at it.
Okay. It is getting a little bit harder because you are on a upper deck, but because you can still see partially through the deck itself and down below, somewhat due to its larger size, it does work. But just something to take note of, so that while you guys are firing off, it's kind of obstructed if you back off. So go ahead and roll your damage.
12.
12 points of damage on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, very nice. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
No, not right now.
Cool. Okay. And with that, you watch as these bolts just start to fire off. And they hit, and you can mostly just see the ripples at first. And there's this kind of fear of what looks like it just kind of absorbing them all, until you start to see as it moves, you can tell that a good portion of it is now kind of left behind.
Cool.
Up next is going to be Cleave.
Alright, I'm gonna run a little ways up here. And then I'm going to... Wow. I'm just gonna... First of all, I don't know if I could tell if any pain responses or anything. Did it get any kind of response out of it when I flung spices at it? Nothing.
Nothing that you could see. You couldn't see it while it was in the water. You saw the spices
to-
vanish.
Wait, when it's in the... Oh, the whole thing was in water? It was submerged?
Yeah. It was submerged and like invisible, and that allowed Calagon to just see where it was as it absorbed some of that.
Did it climb up onto this pier thing?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I would now like to fling a rock at it.
Okay, by all
That's it.
means.
I'm gonna, just this time, just a little science experiment here. I want to try to fling it towards the edge and see if I can splash some of it off. It's pretty good, pretty good. It's gonna be a... Oh man, my pluses aren't that hot. Let me see. Where's my actions? There we go. Alright, that's gonna be a 17. 17 to hit.
17 certainly hits.
Alright, I'll hit him with a rock. And, that should just be a D4, I believe. Yep, there we go. Woo! Alright, 5 damage. 5 bludgeoning damage.
5, nice. Yeah, it takes it as you watch as this little corner just
Wait,
right back, and
heck yeah.
it kind of spills into the water behind it.
Alright, we've got decent odds. You just gotta keep hitting it.
We can do this.
Fantastic.
That's my turn, I believe.
It is now the gelatinous cube's turn. It's going to be... Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't move in the same way that you lot move. You watch as it kind of moves over and under where you all are And as it starts to stretch out, you can see as it starts seeping through the floor, the grate, as it just kind of oozes up and its form starts to appear up above, right beside you lot, as Osmanthus just backs off, quick as possible, tossing a javelin at it last second. Let's see. Evens. Alright, yeah, it's coming for Cleave on this one.
You are cool.
Cleave. Does. Yeah, wow. Better. Shoo. A
I don't even have my shield up, so
23 hit.
definitely. Yeah.
I'm going
It
to
was
cast
looking for 13.
Sorry,
a
buddy.
reaction to that.
Okay.
Silvery barbs.
Ooh,
as a reaction
and that's
to
after
that.
you even see the roll?
It says you magically distract the triggering creature and turn the momentary uncertainty into encouragement for another creature. The triggering creature must re-roll a d20 and use the lower roll. You can then choose a different creature you can see within range. The chosen creature has advantage on the next attack roll, so you have advantage on the next attack roll.
Nice one.
Yikes.
Hey, that was a good one. I like that.
That's a
Yeah.
scary one for sure. That is instead going to be a 13 to hit.
13 is still a hit.
Oh.
No
Unfortunately,
way.
it would not be if I had my shield up, but I'm using range attacks.
Oh, man, that's a darn
All for
shame.
nothing. Well, you still have advantage on your next
May I
attack roll.
use my point of inspiration to make it use one more? Can I uninspire it? Or is that not how inspiration works?
Uninspire it.
I do have interesting rules in mind, given the weirdness of our home brewery. I'll tell you what. Just for the kicks and giggles, roll a d20. If you roll a 14 or higher, I'll allow it.
He has the wristband on again, by the way.
Nah.
How about a 4 or higher?
All right. Time for damage. Coming your way. It's going to be
Sorry, Cleave.
12 acid damage as this thing basically just clobbers you as full-bodied. This thing has gotten larger and larger, and you can see that this thing has gotten pretty darn massive now at this point as it just stretches out a portion of it, slamming its body into you and whipping it back at just lightning fast speeds.
I'm gonna fling back into the wall, and as the front half of my body all just basically gets like not all the layers, but like partially skinned, and the back half sort of splatters, hits the wall. I would go unconscious, but I do the orc thing, and I wake back up, but I'm just gored.
Yikes.
Help!
This thing...
I'm awake. Just into the back wall.
Maybe we should leave, Cleave. Leave, Cleave.
Fall asleep.
Maybe we
wake
should
back
leave,
up.
Cleave.
I just needed to get farther away. I need to get away. Yeah, that's my turn though. I mean, that was its turn, right?
Yeah, that was its turn. So starting back up top is going to be Rodrick, followed by Oz, who did toss this, like, sparking javelin at it. And you watch as it just kind of and pierced through the cube, appearing on the other side just off on the dock. It seemed to have done a decent amount of damage to it, as there was a decent little gap in this whole cube that slowly filled back in. Rodrick, what you got?
So I'm still running in the direction of
Looking
Flan.
it out. All right, so you're gonna just keep going, and by this time you're probably making it to like a little bit up the ladder at this point. So you'd probably be stopped off like halfway up the ladder.
Can he hear me?
You can definitely give it a go.
Okay, I'm gonna scream. Flan! If you really care about protecting people, you'll follow my voice!
On a scale of 1 to 10, how quickly would you have followed Arlyn in?
Into the
Into the guild, yeah.
I don't think he would have stepped into the guild.
Okay. Performance check for me.
Okay. 14.
14. Okay. It's definitely loud. You are, keep in mind, within this chamber that seems to kind of constrict that noise, given the fact that, it's going to bounce from within the kind of hall into the building, then it's got to reach all the way around. Flung, on your end, as you're kind of sitting out to deal with everybody, you just kind of waiting it out there, taking everything in, gathering your thoughts, and you start to hear the echoed voice of Rodrick from afar calling out to you.
And I'll kind of start making my way back towards Oz's place. I'll start heading back in that direction.
Okay, easy enough. Yeah, you start doubling it back, and you head over only to be greeted by Rodrick at that kind of like entryway. Just heading over, you're able to see as he starts kind of gathering himself, popping his head up, and you can see like he gets up, and you're basically like getting to the building as Rodrick. Now you can see him face to face, just like through that window.
Flan, you need to follow me.
Okay.
Flan, the only way... There is something that is going to destroy the town. The only way to defeat it is you. But you need to get powerful. You need to get big.
And I'll just kind of...
Are you... bigger than you've ever been, Flan? Are you up to the task?
I'm trying. I'll do my best.
Flan, come with me.
All right, heading back down. What do we got? Who's next? Sorry, I've got like mad oozes just hidden around here that have all instead been absorbed. So I gotta erase those here in a second. But Calagon, followed by Cleave.
I'm gonna turn to Cleave and say, I don't know if we can do this by ourselves. I'm gonna cast Firebolt at the thing. Bob.
Do bear in mind it is within 5 feet of you, so it would be at disadvantage.
Oh yeah, I was about to say first. As soon as you say the first thing, I just want to say, put some distance between us.
Well, I was going to run after.
We've got to get far
5,
away.
10, 15. All right, 15. I'm gonna use 15 of my movement speed.
I'm gonna decide whether or not it is solely focused on Cleave or if it's gonna take a knock. No, it will not take an opportunity attack at you currently.
Yay.
Nice.
Yeah, so Firebolt's 15 feet away before I use the rest of my movement. Nat 1, so 5.
Yikes.
Yeah, probably
Okay.
not gonna do it.
Yeah, it starts just kind of moving in closer and closer, and you watch as almost like a caterpillar, it kind of like pushes itself inward and rises to a certain level. You go to shoot at it, and you watch as it lowers again real quick before attempting to just whip itself over at Cleave, who moves quite quickly so far, being that you are up.
All right.
Oh wait, do you have anything else?
Just the rest of my movement.
Oh, okay, yeah, by
to
all
get
means.
behind safe doors.
Okay. So Joel, what you got?
Oh man, I look left and right.
You have dice for everything.
I do have
You
dice
got-
for everything.
We're literally just talking about the fact that he has the whole magic 8-ball just pulled out so that he can make decisions.
I looked. Yeah, I opened up a magic 8-ball so that I could roll the d20 that's inside. Who knew? Okay. I look to my right where the rest of the pier is, and there's a lot more spacious, land for us to occupy while we shoot at it from afar. And I run that way, away from my friends. However, which one's better for me right now? Oh gosh. I disengage.
Yeah, let's say that's
Then I run
definitely smart
then I
bet.
run my full 30.
I
Do you
would
have to
say you
jump
could
over
definitely
that?
kind of jump the lip here. It's not
Okay.
too bad, but it would still require an acrobatics check for me. So toss that on over.
5.
5. Yeah, you definitely stumble, taking just like a very, very minuscule
I die.
amount. about that?
He dies. Right.
Is your health that low right now?
It's one. It's
Yeah,
one.
it's out of one, dude.
I don't know why I already forgot about that.
Can't walk it back now.
He's like,
But literally
just runs
just the
in a
10-foot
pole.
things are trying to
That's the icing on top of the cake.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my gosh.
This is between us.
Dude, we're so squishy.
Oh no.
We're squishier than the gelatinous
I
cube.
go right here.
Guys,
Oh man.
this cube goes and starts chasing down your buddy, Cleave Stirwind. As you can see, he jumps the ledge, and Osmanthus calls out to you. Your friend's not looking too hot. You might wanna... Oh no. And the gelatinous
How
cube...
far of a distance was that?
It's just like a 10-foot drop.
It was 10
but
feet.
yeah.
You didn't even get 5 feet. You went
could've-
to
you
jump
could've just,
over
like,
the pole.
gotten
And it
past
nicked
that,
you and
so-
you died.
In
This
fairness,
is a
if we
little
have a
stumble
bird's
there.
eye view, all I saw was more floor. I didn't know that this was the.
Yeah, it's
The
covering
gelatinous
the
cube
stairs.
is taking up a decent amount, but yeah, I had mentioned it a few times, so unfortunately.
Oh no.
The gelatinous cube, having been solely focused on Cleave and not the type of creature that would base things on whether or not it's conscious or not, is just here to
That's fine.
grow. And it's going to spend its turn going and taking up the entirety of Cleave Stirwind's space
Very good.
and absorbing him into its form. As Cleave, you take two failed death saves.
Oh
Instantly.
my gosh.
We will see how you do on your next turn.
Next week,
Two
on Divine
failed death
Inspiration.
saves already.
Do it. End it right now.
No, dude.
And Flan, you start making your way down, but you guys definitely would not be in just yet. So, Calagon, I'm gonna leave that to you.
Leave what to me?
It is your turn.
Everybody has such low HP they can't even reach in.
After I hear Oz and see the fear in his eye, I'm gonna turn to Barry. Barry, we have to distract him. We can't let him absorb Cleave. And I'm gonna send Barry to kind of like do circles around the top of it and
Okay.
try to lure it away as I also run out. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 30, whatever. And I'm going to... man. I'm gonna try to... I guess the only thing I can do is hit it with the firebolt and try to... Well, no, because if I hit it, it's gonna hurt Cleave, I'm assuming, right? You can't tell me that.
Everybody that's down here is so.
I'm going to firebolt purposely right to like the back side of it, so like right here pretty much,
Okay.
just to get it to
Yeah, take a
not be
shot.
focused down, but it's not to intentionally hit it, so
I mean,
still need a roll to hit then.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay,
I don't
well,
think you should sweat it.
we'll do another nat 1. 5. 5 doesn't hit. But I wasn't trying to hit it, so trying to distract it.
Okay. You fire off, and you watch as Barry's circling around it. Oz goes up close to it, and he seems to be kind of struggling to make his way back over as he watches from just over this lip. And you can see that he's kind of struggling with the idea of whether or not to go in and help Cleave. And at the last second, he says, he helped me. And he kind of like reaches in and immediately pulls his hand back out as he just winces in pain. And as he pulls his hand back, you can see the brave dive of Rumgar as he goes head first
I gave him
in,
a full thing of good berries when I killed him.
and with the force of his entire body weight is able to push off of this rail
Oh my
and
god.
force Cleave's body out in favor of his own.
Oh my god, Cleave.
As Cleave now lies unconscious beside him, Rumgar is instead in his place, unconscious, burning away within the
Unconscious already?
gelatinous cube.
Oh my god.
As trying to take
much is
somebody
damage to
out of
deal?
it does in fact deal additional damage.
Is Barry
More
it's
than
not,
usual? It
not
deals
just,
extra damage?
It deals damage just for trying to pull
Oh,
a
it just
creature
deals
out of
damage
it
at all.
already. Yep.
But I did, hold up. I just double
Whoops,
check it.
I
I
lost
didn't
it.
heal Rumgar
Listen,
all the way
this
to
is
full,
your
right?
this is your left and right
Alright, I
dies
just wanna make
fault.
It's
Yeah, it is.
a lot, unfortunately.
You should have just
Left and right
ran
die.
like a normal person. I told you to run.
I thought both options had value. I just didn't realize I would be diving like a dangerous amount of meat.
You died from an acrobatics check. That's so funny.
Okay.
Is it not?
Maybe
Barry
I
isn't
should've
distracting
fought
it
for
at all or
climbing-
anything. It
climbing
doesn't pay attention to
It
him.
doesn't seem to be noting Barry currently. It is
Okay.
instead feasting on its new prey. As you start to hear coming up through the pipes just
I
different
have a net.
little murmurs and mumbles. As Rodrick, you are now still within the piping at the last second here.
You're
but
still unconscious.
able to at least move far enough within this turn to be able to get out there if you so choose.
Okay, yes, I'm out. Am I dashing through the pipe to be able to get there?
Yes.
Okay, so then I have no action.
Well, now this turn you get to start fresh, so you can take it from here.
Okay, so I can take it from here. I'm going to go ahead and...
So you're still in the pipe over here, sorry, just so that you can see. So you're within the pipe, so you would still have to exit out this way, just so you know. Okay?
Okay, oh, I would have... So I'm going into the room.
Yes, exactly right.
Can I run? Do I still have any more running speed?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, you can just get right out here first and then...
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, right?
Okay?
I'm going to go ahead and take out my...
Rodrick,
bow.
be careful. Rumgar's in there.
Okay.
Eggs.
Then what I'm going to do is I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna say, a blob. I know a better blob than you. And I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery.
Incredible. What kind of save is that?
13 Wisdom.
13 wisdom. It fails.
Takes 3 points of damage.
3 points of damage. Okay. Alrighty.
Oh, that's the issue. That's so cool.
Let me see here. Okay.
And you have disadvantage on your next attack roll.
Disadvantage on your next attack. Okay. Sweet. Yeah. Easy enough. Not a problem. With that, it is now Flan's turn.
Do it, Flan.
It's me.
This is what you're meant for. Plot twist. He joins it. It gets bigger.
That honestly seems like that's the way it should.
Right?
I truly have
It's
no
against-
clue
it's against Oz.
what would happen. Sorry, you just mocked it viciously. Was there any like physical, visible reaction from the?
It definitely would not have been visible to you
Okay.
Oh, true.
because you're still coming out here.
Oh, true.
You note that there are 2 turtles laying at the floor where you exit here at this sewer grate.
Amazing. Okay. I'm gonna. Well,
move out here. Shoot. I too am near death.
Go into.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Can't you just jump into the water from there? If that's what you plan on doing?
I think that's what he. I almost said Rumgar. Flan just kind of looks for a second past Rodrick and sees the man who's kept him captive for this long time, and just starts vibrating like viciously, just and then jumps into the water.
Into the water?
Yeah, just jumps into the water to, try. He said, "I gotta get big," so he's gonna try to absorb more of the liquids.
Okay. As you start absorbing as much liquid as you can in a single turn, you start feeling it start to flow throughout. Joel, can you please roll a d20 and send me the results in private?
Very well.
Outstanding.
This can't. Dude, I could throw up right now. I could throw up right now.
While he's doing that, the last thing I would like to do, I'm gonna hold.
It's crazy. I have no idea. Fighting death
For my. My action, is that me trying to absorb liquid, or is that just like as I'm? Do I still have an action after jumping into the water?
Is jumping?
I will say, hold on, because you moved 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I guess 30 could have gotten you just like right here into the water. So technically, yeah, I would say you could still maintain an action if you'd like. Go for it.
Okay.
Let's be a little bit closer.
Well,
Wait a minute.
I want to.
So sorry. Can I use my inspiration on that since I didn't get to use it on the other thing?
That's true. He hasn't used the inspiration.
Look, I don't know your answer.
Well, he had the opportunity to use it. Just because he didn't pass the opportunity to use it doesn't mean he didn't try to use it.
I'm just gonna look for an opening
Yeah,
in this blob if someone strikes it, or if it creates a disturbance in the blubber, and
I mean,
hold
I don't know.
gust
Whatever.
and aim it right at Rumgar. So if there's a disturbance, I can try to blow him out of it.
Okay. Very good.
It does have a 30-foot range, so.
So you do your thing, Flung. The gelatinous cube is now up. It is going to start moving up towards its latest attacker. With Rumgar inside of it, it is going up towards... I'll make you odds, him evens. Osmanthus. As it's going to attempt to eat him again. Yeah. This is a very unfortunate encounter as it now absorbs Oz as well. Back up top, we've got Rodrick Elwood.
Oh no.
It's right in front of you.
So I am going to back up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Technically, you have a reaction again. I don't know if you're gonna take it towards me. What?
Okay. 9 or lower, it's gonna take it. That's an 11. Nope. You're safe.
Awesome. I am going to shoot at it. Well, actually, hold up. Choice. Can hideous laughter affect all creatures? It's just a creature of your choice.
Choose a creature of your choice? Yeah, by all means.
Okay.
God bless you.
Okay, I'm going to cast hideous laughter on the creature. Hopefully it makes it shake so that everything out of it falls. Succeed on a wisdom saving throw of 13.
on a wisdom saving throw.
If it's anything like Jello, I don't think it's gonna budge.
It does in fact fail. What are the other effects on this?
Okay. It says, you fall prone, becoming incapacitated and unable to stand up for the duration. A creature with an intelligence score of 4 or less isn't affected. Are you 4 or less?
Based on the fact that it seems unaffected, you can safely assume so.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna say. Okay, so I went back 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 20.
What was the thing that had the high intelligence?
So I'm gonna
The
go
thing that jumped
here,
in the water apparently had.
and I'm gonna grab one of the turtles.
Okay.
It had like a +2.
Wait.
An interesting turn for sure.
What?
These poor turtles are getting dragged into the mix all of a sudden.
Wait, what happened to the turtles? What did I just miss when I was?
Let's see how Oz does on his end. Yeah, alright, so we've got Oz and Rumgar just getting eaten. It's not looking too good for them. Alright, here we go. Calagon. It's gonna be you and Barry, followed by Rumgar and then Cleave to determine their final moments.
Where are the chains?
Chains are around Cleave currently down at the
Would Barry
base
be
on the
able to
dock.
grab them and bring them to me?
They are still fairly heavy and definitely wrapped around Cleave.
Do you not
They're
have
wrapped
any
around
way to
Cleave.
get to Cleave?
Run. Hopefully the gelatinous cube is distracted enough and won't attack me.
He's gonna die.
I'm gonna die if the gelatinous cube attacks me if I disengage. But I have no other choice. I'm
If he
going
do-
to
yeah, if he does
run
disengage, he might
1,
die.
5, 10.
If he does disengage, he can't use his
15,
action to
20.
bring you
Correct.
back or to. This is tough.
So you'd end up on the other side just because the stairwell is right
Oh,
in the
Yep.
middle there. But
All right.
Did he
Okay.
attack me? 'Cause
he, unfortunately, as there is nobody else around currently, undoubtedly will.
you're not even gonna roll for it. Gotcha.
And
That is a 9 to hit.
A 9 to hit does not hit.
Okay. As this thing takes a swing at you, just dodging right past it and just sliding down
That
the
was
rails
it. That was like
last
possibly
second.
the defining moment. If we have hope at
You
all.
get to Cleave. Do you have any way of stabilizing and or healing him currently?
Did you have any on you?
Yeah, I had one on me. I handed one
I
to
don't
each of
have
us.
any.
There was 4.
But I know
Did you eat another
he-
one after I handed us all one?
I only ate 2. I only ate, 1 to bring me alive and then 1 after that. Do I still have
That
some?
left
think
me
that
with
was
a
the
total
one.
of 4. I had because I started the episode with 7. Yeah, that I gave 1 to you, 1 me, 1 him, 1. And the last one was never really obvious. I think maybe Rumgar.
Okay, that makes sense.
So do you have one on your person?
Yeah.
As my action, can I know
I
where
keep
he
him.
keeps
I've
it.
got a good berry
He's my
pocket.
best
Yeah,
friend.
yeah, for sure.
That's fair.
I'm gonna grab it from his person and feed it to him.
Sure enough,
That's
you
my
feed
action.
it to Cleave, getting him back just one final breath of life. Sure enough, barely, he was in fact conscious, or alive, but unconscious, and he is now conscious.
Cleave,
You sit up to
Alright,
see the
survive.
floating
you're alive.
near carcass of
You got me out?
Rumgar inside of the...
No!
Don't do anything stupid. I just saved your life.
He keeps doing
right
things
back
stupid.
It's what he would want, Cleave. It's what he would want.
Before I do something stupid, I just say it seems that it is.
Cleave, you're up.
I want to pull out my net. I just drop everything else. I don't pick anything else up. I just stand up, use half my movement, and gosh, and
You have
then I
the
use
I guess
another.
that is true. If the net goes through it, it'll capture Rumgar and pull him out.
Yeah.
But doesn't it?
If it doesn't melt right away,
affect whatever it pulls out.
So anyway,
Okay.
I want to climb back up the 10 feet onto this thing. Whoa, why did I highlight everything? What happened?
Sorry, I hear you. So, yeah, this is the stairwell right here, so you can see.
Or am I able to throw the net over the 10? Is it 10 feet too tall? Like I would have disadvantage or something, right?
Technically, you have advantage on your next thing, but you died, so I don't know if that counts anymore.
The net does have a specific range to it, and it is luckily a large or smaller creature. So it should be able to get around this creature.
What is the range on a net? I didn't even think about that.
It's a light thrown. I think it's like a 20-foot ready. But yes, it goes around the cube.
It's 15 feet. Okay. Yeah. What do you mean? It goes around the whole cube? That's not what I
Like
wanted.
it can fit around the cube if you want. That's size-wise. It is that large.
Yeah. I'm hoping to. Yeah. Well, either way, same idea. I want to stand. Well, I want to. It probably still has a range of 15 feet. Well, okay. I got up where Calagon is. Climb up onto this thing. That should take. No, it takes like the rest of my movement. That's basically it, just to get up there.
What? No, you literally. It takes 5, 10, 15 feet to get all the way to the top of the stairs. Really.
There's stairs? What stairs?
Yeah, that's what I kept saying. There's stairs right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
15. Okay. I can't see anything on here. Yeah, I can tell there's stairs now though. Okay. That's rough. All right.
Those are the stairs.
Yeah, I just wanted to net this kid. How do you even use
So
the
you're
net?
gonna try to fish Rumgar out of the gelatinous cube?
Just Rumgar?
Who else is in there? Oh yeah.
Osman's
Oh,
also in
15
there.
feet. Yeah, I mean yeah. I'll try to like net them, I guess, if that's how it works.
If you would like to try to go for both of them, it will be at disadvantage trying to capture 2 different
Is
creatures.
my next attack roll still at advantage?
Before he died, he had an advantage for attack roll.
Is there a limit to that?
1 minute.
In terms of it's 1 minute he has. Then I guess so. Yeah.
Okay.
No reason not to.
Let's go. See what happens here.
So that
does
was
that cancel out?
if you're going for
Haven't
both
been
of
allowed
them.
to use my inspiration.
If you're going for both of them, it would only neutral out to a flat roll.
Right.
For the
Unless I
record.
use my inspiration dice. Love
Exactly right.
I will use my inspiration dice. Love and use.
Okay.
That was a 2. Didn't like it. Didn't like it. That was much better. Without any modifiers on my part, that's an 18. I'm
It's
sure
an
I have
18.
modifiers.
Okay. That is good enough
What
on
would I
this
use for
first
a net?
part. Go ahead and make a strength check for me.
We made me proficient. That's at least a 20, maybe a 21. Strength check. Not stellar. 6.
6. As you start pulling away at it, unfortunately, you're able to get the net around them, but it seems to be fighting back to keep its meal down.
Somebody pull! Somebody come pull!
I save your life and you go
Yikes.
running back into danger.
All right. There is only one person up before the gelatinous cube. Flung. What do you do?
How big am I?
You're definitely getting bigger. You're definitely also not nearly as large as that gelatinous cube just yet.
It'd be funny if like a big cube and a big sphere just start.
You have sized up considerably. Although, let me double check something. Because he had portioned it out. 5.
I also already made it
10.
bigger earlier.
Ooh, actually, somebody remind me, what is the limitation for a large sized creature at the smallest? Anyone know?
What does that mean? Oh, the smallest size? 8 feet.
8 feet for large? Yeah, then specifically, Joel did note that he would wait until he doubled your size, which previously stood somewhere between 5'5" and 5'8", leaving you already over 10 feet. Therefore, even without taking the water on, Flung is indeed a 10-foot creature, meaning he is big.
It means I can wrestle this
large.
cube.
So you, sir, can wrestle that cube.
I'ma do what I do best and try to absorb the mess out of it. I'm gonna grapple this guy.
Is that going to also hurt the people inside even more? Or probably not?
his mindset would be to try to eject them as he's trying to get this cube.
That's crazy.
If there is an order of
That's
precedence, he's trying to eject Rumgar if he has to focus. But
Okay.
he will wrestle this cube best he can and
Go
try
ahead.
to counter-absorb it.
And make a strength check against the gelatinous cube with a +2.
Okay. This is not a grapple. This is just a strength.
You can do
You're saying with 2 more pluses than whatever he might have from being bigger? Is that what you're saying?
it is specifically a strength check that is required to pull creatures from it. There is a very specific ruling to that.
Gotcha.
So I will leave it as a strength check.
Okay. So +2, like as is, or +2 what I...
+2 whatever your normal
what
stats
my
would
modifier?
be. It because of your additional size.
19 total.
19.
Alright.
Okay.
Alright. Like you get somewhere. Oh, I'm so
Who are you prioritizing in the mix?
Rumgar.
Rumgar?
Yeah.
Especially if the other one is Oz.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
I don't think he might leave Oz in.
Right.
You are able to pull Oz from one gelatinous form into another. As you just... And kind of merging with this for a moment, you start to feel a pull between the two of you. As though both of you starting to absorb one another. As you last second pull away and yank out Rumgar, pulling him instead into your own form.
That's not enough.
Can I shunt that boy out?
You can shunt him out.
Alright.
For sure.
In the safest direction.
Yeah.
No, there's 2 gelatinous cubes.
Yeah, he just put a giant.
You just
Yeah, I was looking at my character sheet. That's amazing.
Alright, with that, Flung being the equal to this ginormous gelatinous cube now in so many ways at least, gets a front row seat as Oz's struggling comes to a close. You can see that thrashing about, he seems to be just like stabbing around with different things. You can see he pulls a dagger out of one side, another javelin from his back, and he's just wailing about. And slowly, you can see as they both fall from his hands, and it all starts to deteriorate as he starts floating about lifelessly.
This is the most convoluted kill the merchant to get free stuff I've ever seen.
Technically, we didn't do it. Okay?
But his will did clearly state that he would give 4 saddles and more stuff to the 4 horsemen.
Flung,
Specifically that.
I would like for you to make a dexterity saving throw for me.
$15.
And then finally, as this gelatinous cube presses into you, you can feel as that same pull starts to occur, and as it gets closer and closer, you begin to merge into one. I would like for you to make one singular contested Constitution throw for me to determine which of you comes out as the final
Loaded.
owner of this
I don't
one
like this.
gelatinous
Yeah,
body
this is
here.
meta knowledge. I know gelatinous cubes have great constitution. I don't like this one bit.
Oh man.
Did you roll already?
I did.
Oh no. It's not great.
Oh,
Is it just regular
I don't
constitution or
like
saving
this.
throws?
It's a regular Constitution.
Dang. That's gonna be 9 total.
This could either be really good or really bad.
Go ahead and roll one more time for me.
The local guilds are worthless. That's
Same?
what I want to say. That's what I just want to reiterate.
Dude, they're pointless. They didn't do anything. You did not.
He did it. He finally eliminated his own
Nat
thing
20,
so
baby.
fast.
The gelatinous cube rolled a 15 with a +5 constitution to a grand total of 20.
I get a +2.
You, however,
Oh, but it's not.
have a natural 20, and no matter what, will gladly overtake it. As you all watch, as these two figures begin to merge into one, and slowly but surely
You were
become
really right with the good
one
call.
ginormous cube of gelatin. Flung in this final moment, I would like for you to decide, would you choose to eject or consume Oz?
Oh wow, this is great.
Dude, this is nuance right here.
This is crazy.
I didn't think this far ahead.
Good gameplay.
That's really tough.
Roll for it.
Play the character however you think.
Does he still have disguise self up?
No, not after all this size
I
up,
actually
dude.
made a
Couldn't-
roll earlier, a secret roll earlier.
It lasts like an hour, right?
He could have the floating form inside of him
That's what
somewhere.
I'm wondering. Is it stay? Does it say
You know
small?
what? We're gonna
or is
hold
it
up.
now
We're
an
gonna make
enormous?
it really quiet
Uh-oh. Here we go.
while you decide.
Wow.
Michael,
More pressure.
as we come to a close, we'd like to hear, for the absolute final decision, is Oz dead?
As Flan feels so.
Just in case.
That's all good. As he, actually, I'm curious what this would say anyway. That's dope. As he absorbs this weird jello thing and feels more powerful, I'm assuming, than he ever has, he kind of looks down within his own body at the disintegrating Oz and ponders for a moment as he sees him kind of dissolving more, and you see him expand and then a kind of hole open up in what you can only assume is like his stomach, and he shoots him back out.
And with that, we come to a close.
Nice.
As next week,
I can't believe
we
I'm
get
alive.
to pick back up with
can't believe I'm
a
running
now
alive.
live Osmanthus and a clearly unchecked Rumgar.
Is he alive, or is he just kind of like not currently decomposing?
Whoa.
We'll find out next
Good luck
week.
finding out, y'all. That was great. That was fantastic. Oh, man.
Crazy.
Well,
Can't
you will
believe-
still be back next week, to the best of my knowledge, right? But we'll try and figure things out. We'll see how everything goes between all the happenings and whatnot. But thank you, Michael, for that big close there. That was awesome.
Yeah, man. I thought
Freaking incredible.
for sure.
Oh man, I was kind of
thought
excited
Oz
for
was a
us to go.
goner,
You know,
I
like
thought everybody was a goner.
Did you
thought this was TPK
succeed
time for
or
sure.
fail your last death save?
Oh.
I had succeeded.
Oh my
okay.
Did
goodness,
succeed.
dude.
All right.
that was a tough
But I had
one.
originally rolled a 9. If we weren't doing fight death, that would have been a fail.
Yeah. So I rolled a 4 for mine.
Oh,
Wow.
So that was tough. So I texted him back.
so you
so
didn't
that
win,
knew.
you just didn't lose.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the gist of this whole episode,
Oh,
pretty
man.
much.
Also, quick credit to Rodrick, freaking David, for leaving combat entirely to go get flung and pull what was apparently the greatest super move.
Yeah.
The only reason we lived.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So-
Hold on.
There was a lot of layers, honestly, but
This is the reason everything went down pretty bad.
I just
All you had to do was go follow me into
Hold
the
on.
room.
all I was trying to do was get maximum space because you guys were in a confined hallway. I was like, okay,
No, I was
maybe
in
it's
a
a better
room
choice to go
hiding.
this open way. I didn't know I was gonna fall off a cliff. I don't know what
Alrighty, well,
Yeah.
I'm so curious to see what happens still. There are still a lot of lot of little holes left unchecked. But many of them sealed successfully, and one ginormous Flung still left. Seemingly an ally at this point. But we've seen that go back and forth quite a few times now.
Yeah.
So with that, we'll pick back up here next week. We love you guys. As always, have a fantastic week. And God bless.
God bless.
Oh, man.
Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Manny, and I play Arlyn in Divine Inspiration's The Four Horsemen. So last time that I did Divine Inspiration, I talked about trusting God in the unknown. Well, this one kind of is a part 2 to that, where we can talk about trusting God in the unexpected. So I haven't seen you guys in a little bit, and I hope to come back very soon, but my son was born on December 30th. Now, he wasn't due until the end of January, so he was 35 weeks instead of 40, or at least close, and so we had to deal with some unexpected changes. That came along with, staying in the hospital for about 9 days, having him get help with oxygen, having him get help with feeding through a feeding tube, and he was small and now gaining weight, and he also had some jaundice, so he was a little yellow, needed to be under the light. A lot of unexpected. When you expect, you're gonna give birth to a new baby, you're gonna have a new baby, you expect, okay, you guys go to the hospital and you walk out with a baby, and great. And luckily through the delivery process we had no problem, but we were not expecting basically living in the hospital for about 9 days. That was pretty tough, and it got to us, not gonna lie. We struggled a little bit halfway through, where the stress and the weight of everything was kind of falling on top of us, and we had to remind ourselves to turn to God for that comfort to help us through this situation that we were dealing with. And so I have 2 verses for you that help us. So Jeremiah 29:11 says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." And even though the changes felt very random and difficult and confusing, God has a plan that He's still unfolding. And it feels awkward to us, but we don't know the overarching plan that God has, and we are now home and everything is great. And Psalm 46:1 reminds us, God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. Let me tell you that the moment that we sat down in that in our hotel bed and we were like, okay, let's pray about this, let's turn it over to God, the next day things started turning over. His oxygen, they were able to remove all the oxygen. They were able to remove the bilirubin light. They were able to remove the feeding tube, and he started to gain weight. He gained 1 ounce that night. And God just has a way of maneuvering things and having full control as long as you 100% just trust in Him. So I pray that you can, even in the randomness that might cause some anxiety or pressure, that you turn over to God and just let Him control it and say, hey, I don't have the overview of what exactly is going on, but I know God is in control. So I hope to be back with you guys soon. We're navigating this whole 2-kid newborn thing here at home, and I will be back in no time. I miss you guys, but this is this week's Divine Inspiration. See you guys.